John. So,
Hey, John.
I should probably say this now. Kyrie says she's coming, but she's going to be late.
Okay.
So in the meantime, if there is a character Kyrie voices, who off the top of my head, I can't think of one showing up. It's up to you, Plompy. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Kyrie is... Oh,
I
well,
believe in you.
wait. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Before we get...
Yes.
Plompy, did you read the other message I sent that talked about what happened last time we were here? Because that's going to be important for your character for Sakura.
Yeah, we went through a whole journey with...
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Saber.
Hey, Saber.
Hey, Saber.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we went to dark places.
Oh, shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like us, like... It wasn't even like us presuming things this time. This was just in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
To be fair, I don't think Pending's ever played a lot of visual novels before, and this kind of thing, like dark topics like this, are pretty normal in visual novels. And
I was not aware.
Yes. So that didn't help for Pending.
Yeah.
I need you to know that visual novels are literally just like books and novels, and you know how unhinged authors can get. Writers.
Right.
They are
That
writers.
Yes.
That makes sense.
But yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, when he
what happened last time?
Oh yeah, you weren't here either. you were on an airplane. Okay, I guess we could go over what happened last time.
Yeah, we might want to go over what happened last time.
So,
all right, trigger warning.
Are we doing that? Trigger?
I'm just gonna mention it once. You know, domestic abuse exists.
Do you think?
And it's in this story.
Do you think that
There
we
you
could
go.
pretend that airplanes are like
shooting stars? Yeah.
In the night sky? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna wish so.
Yeah.
You want to make a wish right now?
Yeah, right now.
I wish that her brother wasn't beating her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't tell myself.
No. I mean, that helps with the summary.
That helps with the summary.
So, summary. So in truth, not much happened last time. There was a lot of...
We tangent real hard.
I don't think that's entirely fair because Red really pushed us. we went through a lot. I think it's just that not a lot happened in what we went through.
I see.
That's
Like the hot rod was a lot, and it was important, but we didn't understand it.
It's not a metaphor.
So
I can't.
So what happened last time?
Is that video live, by the way?
Yeah, that one's live.
Yep.
I didn't name it. It's not a metaphor, but I could have.
He's also posted it on YouTube, by the way. They're all posted on YouTube now.
So there's two things. I want to say there's two things that actually happened last time. One thing was, we as the readers learned that Sakura gets beat by her brother Shinji. As the readers, we learned that. Shiro already knew that. He's already decked Shinji in the face about it before in the past. It's not a fight, by the way. A fight involves two different people fighting each other. That wasn't a fight. He just beat his ass.
No.
Which I hate to tell him, even if you're obviously winning, it's still a fucking fight.
I mean, legally, sure.
Or are we trying to claim that technically main character here was bullying the person who was abusing people?
Honestly, I do not condone violence, but like bullying abusers, like I'll just find that. I don't see.
I can just I didn't see it happen.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Like what
I didn't
happened?
see. What
Did Jess's
bullying?
character talk last time? Yes, right? Or no?
Jess's character? Jess's
Yeah,
character.
I think Kyrie talked for me.
Yeah, as
Last
Shinji.
time.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
talked
'cause
as
I was
Shinji.
going to do it, and then I was like, "Oh no, not if I'm going to be the teacher this episode."
And then the other thing that happened was main character went to go train at nighttime. He went to go do his nighttime magic training.
Yes.
And Pending got really stuck on the part where he said he put a heart a hot metal rod into his back.
Yeah, because he said it's not a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. What else could it be?
Maybe he was like trying to do hot coals on your back kind of thing.
Look, you know, that the whole scene was really weird, okay? Meanwhile, me and Saber in the chat were like, hot rods, huh? Hot rods!
You were you were being
I
like
see.
that, Jay, the whole time. That's true.
Yep, I was.
And that's all that happened. Oh, well, I guess also Plompers, Ilya showed up for 5 seconds and said something.
Oh, by the way, you also talked a lot while you were gone. It was quite impressive. I really hope you still get the amount of talking from last time in this time.
Yeah, Ilya showed up. And by Ilya, I mean the unknown small white-haired girl showed up and said, summon it soon or you'll die, Oni-chan, and then left.
Yeah.
Except she didn't say, she said it. There was a brother.
It was.
Summon
I felt
it or
like
you'll die?
Yeah.
Summon it or you'll die.
Yeah, the stakes are high right now.
That's what the little white-haired girl who showed up for 5 seconds said.
Yep.
And then main character didn't mention anything else about it. He's just like, I guess I'll just go home. And
it felt mostly like a Sakura episode with a little bit of like your other character here for a hot second, and then hot rods.
And then hot rods, yeah.
God, that hot rod sequence went on so long. I don't know if it's because I kept interrupting the sequence. That might have been a part of it. Anyways, it's lunchtime.
All right. So, like I said, Kyrie said she'll be late. So if any of her characters show up, they're all yours, Plompers. I really don't know who would be though.
You know the best friend, Rin's best friend, the president of the archery club might show up again.
It's possible. She is a character at school.
Stranger things have happened.
Though I do find it funny that in Emiya's view, she is a much different person than she was in the prologue.
Well, he sees things a little bit differently than
he's a man.
Tosaka does. He's a man. That's how you're gonna do it.
Yeah, he's a man. That's why he sees it differently. He has that male gaze.
Her trying to get him to reconcile with the brother was like a hot topic of that conversation for a bit.
Wait. No, try to get reconciled with Sakura's brother?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But I don't. To be fair, I don't think. I don't think she realized the reason that they had the fight was because he was an abuser.
Saber, thanks for gifting
like
us
he knows he's she knows that he's a terrible like playboy, but I don't think she knows that bit either.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, no wonder Sakura likes going over to my man's house so early in the morning to get away from that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does put some things into context.
A lot more context.
And she's been doing it for 1.5 years.
Oh, no wonder she's been trying to find an out.
Yeah.
So, like Pending said, it's lunchtime. Our school has quite a cafeteria, and most of the students eat lunch there.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Before you continue, are you showing the screen right now? Because on the stream, it doesn't seem like you're showing the screen.
It's showing the screen for me.
I see it on stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Maybe my stream broke then. Continue.
Okay.
Oh my god, Saber. But there are some old-fashioned students who still bring their own lunches, including myself and the student council president, who is sitting in front of me.
Oh, right, I'm this person. Okay. Hey, can I have some of your fried chicken? My lunch is kind of lacking in protein.
That is the voice.
I forgot. This is the voice you gave me.
It's also somewhat possibly the voice of the bartender coworker. So we're gonna.
He was a very slightly different voice for the.
Slightly different.
Yeah. I think I also ended up voicing that guy's daughter by accident just because I lost track of who I was voicing.
Well, to be fair, I don't think anyone realized that it was the daughter speaking until we were like, oh, by the way, that's the daughter speaking.
Oh no, I knew it was the daughter speaking.
Oh, I know,
the
but
whole
you
time.
didn't tell anyone.
Oh yeah. You know,
You just let me run with it. It's
I
fine.
definitely did.
Cool.
Fine, but why is your lunch always so plain, Issei? I know that you live in a temple, but there's no rule that prohibits you from consuming alcohol or meat, right?
Can I just say I did not anticipate this character being like the one I voiced more than any. Absolutely not. That idea is anachronistic. This is just how my father does things.
That is true. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. According to him, a young priest should not indulge themselves in luxuries. And if I want to complain, I should do something about it. So I'm actually considering joining the circus one of these days. I'm thinking of being a stinger.
Wow.
I got an angelic voice. Do you want to hear me drop a beat real quick?
You sound like an old man.
No, I think he sounds like a snot-nosed brat.
I mean, isn't that what he is, though?
You only wish that airplane were night skies and a shooting.
Issei's father is the priest of Riedo Temple, a larger-than-life figure who's also friends with Fujine's grandfather.
We gotta be careful. We can get a copyright strike
Anyone
from
who
that.
gets along. Man,
I'm sorry.
I would be surprised if we could get a copyright strike on the way he was singing.
I know, but still.
You never know. I have.
They might have finally fixed their algorithm, okay? I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Man, if they fix their algorithm and that's how they decided to fix it, the world is doomed in some ways. Anyway, anyone who gets along with Old Man Fujimura can't possibly be normal, because Old Man Fujimura is a Yakuza. Well then, here you go. You owe me pending.
Wow.
I passed my bento box to him.
Much thanks. This is pretty much begging for alms. What is alms?
Like when you're out there begging for like money and stuff. Generally, it's supposed to be normally associated for the church, but it's money begging. Also,
yeah, I learned that from Giga because he had to do it.
Fun fact: in Japan, they actually in the 1800s, they made it law that priests can grow out their hair, get married, and eat meat if they so choose. Which is why I think that's kind of funny that they mentioned that too.
Well, it's not that they can't do it; they're just being traditional.
Yeah, no, but most Buddhist monks and Shinto monks in Japan, they just do whatever they want.
Pending, would you shave your head?
Would
It's
you
been
want to
like
be
that
a
for
monk?
200 years.
You go down the mountain and be like, this is how I get my lunch, and you start asking for food.
So here's the thing, like, I don't think I would shave my head, but it's purely because I don't think I would look good with a shaved head. I actually, like, the times that I've had like really short hair, I've liked the feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would like it on that level, but I would be super self-conscious going outside with a shaved head.
Okay, but what if you got like RPG monk powers where you can do like 5-hit punch combos?
Oh, then probably.
In order to become the avatar of the last Airbender, you have to shave your head.
Yeah, in order to become Avatar, the last Airbender.
And that's the point of shaving your head. It's to release your ties and attachments of any earthly things, like your.
Right? Yeah. Can I like keep all possessions and stuff though, like other than the hair?
It depends on what Buddhists. I'm guessing we're talking mostly about Buddhism because Shintoism not so much, but it depends on which Buddhist sect you're going. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they're talking about a Buddhist monk because Shinto monks don't really have to do this kind of stuff. They don't really have monks. They just have priests.
Usually when they say monk, they're usually referring to Buddhism.
In Buddhism. Yeah, that's what I figured.
That makes sense, yeah.
Anyway.
Pending, when's your bald model coming out?
Oh boy.
You can just
I
say
mean,
that
I already
one.
got a bald emote, so
Your bald model.
You have one, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do.
I wonder how hard it would be for that to be a gag. Like, I wonder how much extra work that would be for the model to be bald.
Does your character ever get angry enough to lose hair?
Well, there is swole form. Have you seen swole pending?
I have seen.
No,
Swole
I
Pending.
haven't actually.
No, I haven't.
I'm so behind.
It's a redeem. Next time you visit one of my streams, redeem.
Yes,
redeem.
I will.
Swole, and then you
Will
can
do.
see swole pending. Yeah.
Issei bows deeply. I honestly question whether I should be reminded that he's the son of a priest at times like this.
They say he's the son of a priest, and that he works at a temple. But then they talk about Buddhist monk things, and I'm confused.
I'll look it up. Pending read.
Oh, by the way, did you hear about the commotion in the 2nd district? Around the intersection, you and I part ways going home. I in addition to talking like this, I don't really know what I'm gonna say a word after I say it. So everything is just complete confusion.
It was something that Emiya passed by last time, and I don't recall if they ever discussed what happened there, or if Emiya's like, "Wow, that's weird. Something did happen. I guess the teacher was right about saying that it's a little dangerous these days."
Yeah, that's fair.
And then he walked away from it.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, something's happening over there. I don't care."
But he
goes
leaves because there was too many people, so he just walked on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, too many witnesses.
There's too much reading. I don't want to read anymore. I'll instead read over here out loud.
Yeah.
The intersection? Could it be the same intersection where I saw all the police cars this morning? That thing that we were just talking about in chat literally 10 seconds ago?
When you said the intersection, I scrunched up my nose in preparation for reading his line. And then it was narration instead. So I like relaxed the nose.
Well, re-scrunch it.
Apparently there was a murder there. I don't know all the details, but one child out of a family of 4 survived. Both the parents and the older sister were stabbed to death, but by some sort of long weapon instead of a typical knife. I really want to have a dramatic scene with this character at some point. I'm really hoping that I can attempt
I don't
to
think you're gonna get
dodge in my face like this.
I can think of a scene that's kind of dramatic if you look at it a certain way.
Oh boy.
Cool.
In the second route. In the second route.
Oh, with Rin. Well,
No.
yeah, they do seem. Oh no.
I mean, it's with this guy.
Yeah.
Between this guy and main character. But, you know. Anyway, a long weapon. Does he mean a sword or something? If it's a murder, then the weapon that killed the parents, then that's the weapon that killed the parents and the older sister.
Funny enough, katanas are not considered weapons in Japan. You don't need a license for them. They're considered art pieces.
Interesting.
Is that why they're always at conventions?
But they have to be made at a certain way, because if not, then they're considered a weapon.
I can't help but imagine it. Someone sneaks into the house late at night, unreasonable violence, a horrible nightmare the victim neither imagined nor wished for, like a traffic accident. The parents are slaughtered. The older sister falls victim without knowing what's happening. A lone child hidden in the shadows is covered in their family's blood. Come on, Shiremiya. Issei, did they catch the murderer?
Doesn't look like it. Accident stemming from faulty construction in Shinto, and now a murder with something like a sword here. It's no wonder that the school's curfew is What's wrong, Emiya? Did you choke on your lunch?
I thought he was eating the lunch.
They're both eating lunch, technically.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Nothing. Why do you ask?
Well, you had a stern look on your face, which surprised me. Sorry, I shouldn't bring this up while you're eating.
I mean, it makes sense. He did just imagine the entire murder sequence.
He did.
Yeah.
Issei apologizes and tried to lighten the mood. I actually don't mind topics like this, and I didn't realize I was looking so severe. And then there's a gentle knock in the student council room's door.
Hey, Mission.
Who's this one?
Pending's character.
Go ahead, Pending.
Oh wait, have I had this character before?
One time in the prologue.
No, he showed up. He showed up for one sentence last time.
Oh yeah, he did show up for one sentence last time. He showed up one time in the prologue as Ren's homeroom teacher, and he showed up last time, coming in after like first period had started for a line.
I don't know if I gave this guy a voice, and I have so few of them.
Red, do you remember? Because I don't either.
He probably gave him kind of like a. It was a kind of a, I don't want to say a bored, but like monotone voice.
Sorry, is Rudu here? Ryudu?
Ryudo.
Ryudo.
For the reference, not that it matters.
Oh wait.
Also, Ryu is technically one syllable. So you're supposed to actually just say Ryu, kind of, but it's also not Ryu, so it's confusing. So it's fine.
You're kind of saying Ryu.
Yeah.
Ryudo.
Dragon
Ryudo. Dragon
Dragon
Ryudo.
Ryudo. Okay, I'd say Dragon
No, it's funny. Dragon's better. I get it.
Ryudu.
No. It's just oh.
Yeah, if it's easier to say, just say weirdo.
There you go. Well, understand. We read the sentence.
Yes. What is it, sir?
Mr. Kuzuki enters, and Issei steps over to him to have a quiet conversation. It must be a casual student council matter, since Issei looks relaxed. Look at that. It's something I don't see every day. Issei is surprisingly shy. He keeps his distance from classmates and even teachers, but for some reason he's warmed up to the student council advisor, Mr. Kuzuki.
I mean, he probably has to be around him all the time.
Maybe they get along because they're both straight-laced.
Wow, and I can't believe you said that out loud! Bro, people can hear you!
Shorichiro Kuzuki is the homeroom teacher of Class 2A, and he's very serious and kind of weird. Some part of that is probably why he and Issei get on so well. ... The two continue to talk. As I watch them, I can't stop thinking about the murder. Alright, let's go back to thinking about the murder. Okay, cool.
No. Cutting to black.
Classes end, and it's time to go home. I can't wander around because I have work today. I shouldn't do anything at school. I should head straight to the neighboring town, but...
You know, it's funny that they were talking that it might be a sword, but it sounds like that one character from the prologue with the spear.
What? Jay. It could be.
What?
Maybe the morning's conversation bothered me more than I realized. The next thing I know, I'm at the Kudo Club. What the hell am I thinking? Mitsuzuri said Ren Tosaka frequently visits. Well, I hadn't thought of that. But I think it'd be a problem if Shinji got violent against Tosaka. Shinji's unstoppable when he gets mad. Shinji's lashing out at Tosaka because she rejected him would be bad. Rejected would be bad. Words are hard. You know, Plompers...
This is the second day, right? So she ditched school today.
Yeah, this is the day where she overslept and didn't go to school.
Yeah.
All right, Plompers, sounds like you might actually get a voice line.
Oh, that.
Well, I don't know exactly how, but it'd just be bad. Oh, Tosaka's not even here. Tosaka's nowhere to be found around the dojo. Mitsuzuri was worried for nothing.
You think it's Mitsuzuri?
I'll say No, it's
no,
him.
it's Issei. Oh,
well,
okay.
We've been bamboozled. Maybe you don't get a line. All right, but it's you to say who's not here.
Oh.
Wait, who
just
this
say,
is me?
Yeah, who's not here? It's the president's council teacher. President.
Who's not here?
There you go.
I'm asking, who's not here?
Issei, who I thought I'd parted ways with, is standing right next to me. Why are you here, Issei? Don't scare me like that.
I'm apparently in every scene. Had I known that, I might have chosen a different voice, which whatever now.
Snobby, but he isn't.
he's not supposed to be here this many times. He's just here this many times for some reason.
I know. Wait, is this you showing me? Okay.
Yeah, it's you.
I saw you snooping around the dojo and I couldn't help but check it out. So, who are you saying is not here?
Well, it's Tosaka. I heard she had a spat with Shinji yesterday, so I wanted to make sure things were okay.
Is that so? Giving up more information than you have to is kind of suspicious for you. I only asked you who wasn't here.
What? It's none of your business what I do around here.
But it's pointless, Emiya. Tosaka isn't here. She cut class today. Also, side note, did you know that she doesn't know what an archer is? That's crazy, right?
That is crazy, actually. I can't believe Tosaka doesn't know what an archer is. She seems so perfect at everything.
And she visits the archery club quite a bit, so it's even more confusing.
It is actually wild. I mean, what?
I mean, everyone knows that an archer is a guy who dual-wields swords.
I mean, that's what I think the archers are. Cut class? So she's absent? I see.
Yeah, I know. That's what cut class means.
Wait, Issei, why do you think she cut class? That's not the sort of thing she'd ever do.
She is the perfect student, apparently.
Of course she would. She's not the type to get sick. If you want to know what I think, she's bad. I first read that in my head as dead. but anyway, whatever. Don't let the...
Two different places.
Yeah, I went to a different place there for a minute.
I know you don't like her, but geez.
But don't let her look full of you, Emiya, or she'll swallow you whole. What?
Somehow, what Issei is saying irritates me. I may not know Tosaka that well, but I don't think she's a bad person. Watch what you say, Issei. You know Tosaka's not like that.
Have you got a secret crush on Tosaka? Too? My apologies if so. Forget what I said.
Are you one of Rin Tosaka's fanboys?
Triple exclamation points? A secret crush? Like hell! More triple exclamation
Double
points.
explanation. Yeah, triple again. I can count.
Don't make assumptions. I'm just worried Shinji's gonna stir up some trouble.
So you come here to sweep in and stop Shinji from attacking Tosaka? You really were going to take on some kind of dirty work for nothing. It's not my place to say this, but you got bad taste, Emiya.
If it's not your place to say it, then don't fucking say it.
I went skate so far because nothing's happened.
It's not my place to get wrong, but that never stopped me, so I'm gonna
But Issei, what was that crap you were saying?
Allow me to exposit more. What? That having a heart for Tosaka is in bad taste?
Yeah, that. Tosaka's popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her.
Well, I still have a grudge on him.
No, you haven't, and that's what bothered me. I don't trust anyone that doesn't have bad rumors spreading about them.
He's the class president. Are you saying he has bad rumors spread about him?
Yeah, apparently it's spread by Tosaka. It seems like. What part bothers you?
Everything about her. That woman's a vixen, a minx, a monster. Anyway, I didn't instinctively dislike her. My advice for you is not to fall for her.
I didn't realize there were two Miss Andress in this.
Yeah.
In this fucking game.
You're the one who always warns everyone not to talk about people behind their back.
Oh, well, come on. That hardly counts as gossip. I'm calling her names. That's totally different. I'm even talking loud enough for others to hear about her. It doesn't count as gossip if other people can hear.
That's totally the definition of gossip.
Understands what gossip means.
Well, we have a character who doesn't know what archery means. And apparently, we have a character who doesn't know what gossip means.
Language is hard.
No wonder I sense other people watching us. Well, that's a relief. I'm really glad Tosaka's absent today. Issei, please, can we talk a little quieter? Why did it just blink?
I wonder if Tosaka was there and her back was turned and he was saying it loud enough, if that counts as gossip or not.
Issei's mad.
And everyone can hear it, including Rin.
Yeah, Issei is probably mad Rin's taking MC's attention away from him.
If you say so, understood.
Damn, you got really close. I guess you got really close to whisper?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. My words were hardly slander. I wanted you to know.
I can't.
Don't make me laugh this close. I'm wearing a winter soccer. Everything I said is just my own personal opinion.
Please, for the love of God, get away from your microphone.
Please stop eating your microphone for everyone's sake.
I can't tell what kind of accent was happening or what words you were saying.
Oh, we broke pending again.
Well, let's see if we get to his line. Yeah, you've used words like vixen and minx. I'm pretty sure minx is the definition of a derogatory term.
Alright, I have a question. Does gossip have to have derogatory terms in it?
Man, we're really out here debating the philosophical of what gossip is.
Yeah, what a conversation we're having.
It's talking about a person behind their back. That's gossip.
Yeah, no, that adds up.
Also, if anything, vixen was the worst word out of the ones that were said, not minx.
So you think minx is worse than vixen?
No. Vixen is worse than minx. And he thinks minx is worse than vixen.
Jay, I'm not quite very
Well, a minx is generally someone who is, they're both kind of both flirty characters, but vixen is more sexually driven than minx is, which makes me a little confused on why the heck minx is supposed to be. I'm sure in Japanese they don't even use these words. What am I even asking?
Yo, hold on.
They just needed a word.
Yeah.
I'm curious what words were being said in Japanese.
They use vixens to describe fox-like characters. Yeah, right.
This is Pending talking, by the way.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's a compliment. I moved back from I decided to stop whispering due to popular demand. It's a compliment. There are good vixens and monsters too. You know what?
Because I think that I'm wondering if maybe he probably called her what's the fox, a kitsune maybe.
Yeah.
And so that I could see that's why there's good kitsunes and monsters too, and not vixen.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
I just don't understand why the translators did that. They should, how senpai isn't a translatable word? You know what's also not? Kitsune. They should have just said kitsune.
They could have said fox.
They basically were like, we will translate every word, but senpai.
No, they didn't. Did they translate One?
Yeah, they did. They called Big Brother.
You're Big right.
Brother.
Yeah.
This is still pending.
All right. Oh God. Okay.
I simply use those terms to describe her in a good way. Ha!
Issei laughs.
That's so random.
This is still you, by the way.
I'll see you later. I'm gonna go back works in Counter Room, but you're doing a good job, right? You should really waste. You shouldn't really waste your time hanging around here. Then. Can I make a request, Jack? I want to clip this.
I'm getting
You want to clip this?
I want to annoy people with this layer.
I mean, at some point, maybe. Sure. If someone remembers. He say leaves calm and composed. You could tell how calm and composed he was from how he.
Oh, definitely calm and composed as he slanders someone, but that's not gossip.
Perhaps because he felt satisfied having said everything he wanted to say. I've known him for 2 years now, but I honestly still don't get that guy. Why does he talk in that voice, for one? I've heard him talk differently before. I think he's doing it on purpose.
When did he start talking like that? That was so weird.
Wait, he's going to work, so guess what? That voice is coming back.
It's almost like I thought he was going to be a minor character, so I'll just do this just to differentiate the voice. But then no. Every scene.
I ride the bus from school for 20 minutes. I arrive at Shinto, the neighboring town across the bridge.
For some reason, the class president is following me.
I mean, he did last time, according to you, remember?
Yeah,
he just started walking into the bar.
That did happen last time.
I did that as a joke last time, not thinking that would be real.
If they actually show up, Plompers could voice Neko. Not that we know when Neko's going to be talking, to be fair.
Yeah.
True.
Who's Neko?
Basically the owner's daughter, so slightly above power-wise and an adult woman.
Okay.
But she might not show up.
And she's potentially friends with Taiga.
The teacher, yeah.
Question mark, yeah. Friends or rivals, much like how Rin and her best friend are rivals, I think.
Plompers, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have an old man voice?
I can try to do an old lady voice.
Okay, cool.
She's like 25.
I know, but I didn't know that when I was trying to...
Look, I was doing old women voices at like 13, 16, so you're fine. You don't say it's because of her age. You can do old voices at any time.
Well, I'm just saying, Neko is like 25.
Yeah, Neko is 25. You're right.
Oh, man, she's the same age as me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Man.
Oh, I'm old.
If it's any consolation, I'm older, so...
I feel my bones.
Yeah, I think Pending is the oldest in the room, potentially.
Yeah.
It's not potentially, he is.
He is? Okay, confirming.
I mean, we can leave it as a little bit of a mystery to make me feel a little better about myself, but no, that's...
Yeah, Red, you didn't have to talk his name out, his age out there, bro.
Oh, it's not even 5 yet. I still have some time.
It's okay. My age is out there.
I think all of our ages are kind of out there. It's just...
What? No, my age isn't out there.
Oh,
That's
you're
crazy.
right.
Jess, how old are you?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
I could tell you.
Drat, foiled.
There aren't many parts. Man, he might even do it too, because a girl asked.
No.
You can't just expose his weakness like that, Red.
Anyway, there aren't many part-time jobs in the residential area of Miyama, but there are plenty in Shinto since it's a developing area. Our school allows students to hold part-time jobs, so I take on simple jobs.
That is true. I'm actually surprised that their school allows him to take a part-time job. Most of the Japanese schools I've seen don't.
I'm prepared for him to go to a completely different job, by the way. I prefer my jobs to be physical, and the tougher and shorter they are, the better.
Because didn't he say he worked as a intern or not an intern, at a temp at job agency or something?
Something.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
I get paid all while training my body, so it's like killing two birds with one stone. Today,
Purposely picked hard labor.
I'll work from 5 to 8 o'clock for a simple loading job. Yep, it is a complete different job. Sorry,
Hey! It's okay, Plompers. No voice. Not yet.
It may just be 3 hours of work, but it feels more like 6 hours since they make you work without a minute's rest. Which means I need a rest when I have the opportunity, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Walking around aimlessly would be a waste of energy, so I decided to rest at a park until it's time.
Man, oh, that park? Really? Really? Doesn't he have trauma associated with this park? There is no fucking way someone with trauma associated with this park would be at this fucking park.
So I have some time to kill, so I decide to go to the place where
I almost died and all the rest of my family fucking died.
Yeah.
I proclaimed to everyone in dialogue for this story at the very beginning is the place where my soul died. I'm sorry, as someone with PTSD, you would be fucking avoiding that place like no tomorrow.
This park is nestled between buildings, and it's like a giant plaza full of trees and shrubbery. A park should typically be filled with
Why did you do that? What possessed you to do that?
Nothing. Apparently, no one likes this park, too.
I mean, look
That's what Rin stated. It's like, oh yeah, doesn't this park have like a really creepy vibe? No one goes here.
Look at it. Look how
dead it looks.
Yeah. Look at the brown filter that they use for all the. Like I said, they use it all like the 2006 video games.
I will say, last time, previous scene, it was a gray filter. This time they're using a brown filter.
Oh man.
Sepia was.
There aren't even bitches.
I learned what sepia was.
I think it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be around 5 o'clock or something, right?
Yeah,
it's like sunset time.
Yeah,
maybe that's why.
And when she came, it was still daytime. You know, she was at this.
Yeah.
She was at this park earlier.
Yeah, she was there earlier during the day.
So this park browns at night?
I guess so. It looks gray during the day when the sky is blue. It has more cool tones, and then as the sun sets and there's more warm tones, it gets a warmer color. But it's still ugly as fuck and filled with trauma. No one goes here except for Evia, who, when he decides he wants to feel his trauma again.
Look, Jay, it's a reminder for himself to become the best superhero he can.
I see.
I'm just making that up, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's why Batman always takes in the opera.
Yeah, that's why he always walks down that one alley too.
Opera?
The alley next to it.
No, I think they went to the opera. That sounds about right, because she was wearing pearls. You don't wear pearls to, like, the fucking movie theater.
A park should typically be filled with families and couples during weekends and holidays, but this one is deserted at this hour. In fairness, this place is always desolate, no matter the time or day.
See? This is now 2 characters saying no one goes to this fucking park except for Evia, who goes to this fucking park.
This place is the same as always. I sigh in exasperation. Yeah, that's why he likes hot rods. This area is unkept and really pretty ugly compared to other places that are properly landscaped and maintained.
I don't know, it seems pretty maintained and landscaped.
I thought I'd just come here to, like...
The grass is relatively short.
He likes to just come to this park to talk shit about it, honestly.
He just wants to complain.
That actually seems pretty Asian.
As if a desolate location had set the mood, the wind itself blows cold and harsh. This place is a remnant of the great catastrophe that happened 10 years ago. It's the very place where I was saved from the brink of death. You know, he has good memories here. He got saved here.
If that's how he wants to look at it.
Why don't they seed some grass here or something? It's a shame to keep it like this.
God damn it, artist. The one picture you drew, you couldn't make sure to not add grass if you're going to have the characters talk about that it's unkept and there's no grass.
You know, there's a different thing. He's so, like, indifferent about it. It's crazy, actually. It's like
really crazy.
It's actually the opposite problem of, like, him being too traumatized to come here. He's so indifferent about this place. He's like, damn.
Man. He handles trauma differently?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, true, but still.
I can't imagine it's healthy.
No. We've already declared he has no healthy feelings about his trauma at all.
the area is quite large, so if they leveled it, there'd be plenty of space to work on the park. I sit down on a bench. There is a bench! A bench is, I think. ... With nothing else to do, I stare out over the burned area to pass the time.
Park with dead trees and a bench that is not kept, but apparently the picture says it's kept. I could see this area being like a really weird park in Europe because it looks kempt and everything, but apparently it's not supposed to be kempt.
I went back. I tried to press a button to like see the background, but I don't know what the button would be, and I don't want to skip forward five pages. With nothing else to do, I stare out over. I read that. How dare you? I don't remember anything that happened here. The only thing I remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe, and that some people died trying to save others. I wonder why that happened. One adult here died because they were trying to save a child from a burning house. Another person was offered all the available water to extinguish their raw, parched throat, while others in the same situation died.
It feels really weird that he's talking about a traumatic event that he was a part of, and he's just like, I wonder why that happened.
I also am pretty sure he's talking about himself, like when he says this stuff. Someone here tried to flee the fire as fast as they could, but the people who left behind died. And
I guess you could argue that he's like disassociated.
Well, he definitely seems like disassociating somehow.
As someone who has a tendency to disassociate, this is not disassociating. If he is supposed to be disassociating and the author's not very good at it, which is entirely possible, that could be the case, but this isn't dissociation either.
This is closer to like compartmentalizing.
Yeah, that would definitely be the case. If we're talking about trying to find like a psychological explanation for why he's like this, that would probably be that.
Yeah. I'm so ready for you guys to, by the time we're done with this in 5 years, to psychoanalyze the main character.
Oh, we're already psychoanalyzing the main character. We all know he's very traumatized. He has a...
I want you to know it's really funny because I'm a psych major, so I'm sitting here like, man.
Damn. But what's crazy, Jay, is that you don't know anything yet.
I don't. You're right.
We'll be done with the first route, and we still won't know anything yet. We'll know a lot, but we won't know enough.
All I know is that he had a traumatic experience here. That was an extreme serious event where lots of people lost their homes and lives in this area, and he has this tendency to want to please others and also rescue them from danger because he feels guilty about surviving, which is pretty good analyzation for only having 2 days with this character inside their brain. Also, tendency to self-harm themselves by sticking a hot rod in their back.
That's a little bit different.
That is a big thing.
Someone died here because they gave whatever it was that kept them alive to someone they didn't even know. I want to get past that page.
Plompers, in 2029, when we're finished this, can you diagnose MJ?
You know what? Once I get my license, sure.
Excellent.
Plompers out here with a notepad, like writing things down.
I mean, we'll have spent enough time with him as a character, probably, that we'll be able to probably
psychoanalyze
him.
We sure will have.
Perfect. ...
I don't like thinking about that. Just thinking about people trying to help and becoming victims for their trouble makes me angry. Is it too much to ask for everyone to be saved and for them to get their happy ending afterwards? All I want is to see people peacefully prevail. Why can't that happen? Oh, this is pending. This is the dad, by the way.
This is specifically Emiya's dad.
Oh, Kyrie, you're here.
Hi, Kyrie.
Hey, Kyrie.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
What did I miss?
It's been mostly pending talking.
Pending, thank you.
I was talking like this a lot.
But I'm gonna change that now because now it's
Emiya's father, one of the many fathers.
What you missed so far was we were at school. We went to the dojo to see if Tosaka was there. She wasn't because she skipped school today. And then our friend, the student council president,
doesn't understand what gossip is.
Made fun of us and shit talk. shit talked Tosaka because it seemed like main character likes Tosaka, so he was making fun of him and shit talking Tosaka.
And doesn't understand what gossip is. He's like, I'm not gossiping if I say it loud enough.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So he's stupid.
Yes.
And then we were going to work and decided to go to the traumatizing park of trauma.
Yeah, we were like, this park that everyone hates now, and now have had 2 characters specifically say that everyone hates. We're gonna go sit at that park during our lunch break.
We're gonna go to our trauma park, not for any like fulfillment reason, just to kill time.
And he should. To be fair, at least he's shitting on the park, though. I don't know if this. I can't tell because the description that he's saying is completely different from the picture description. Apparently, it's a bumpy, unkept, no grass park that just exists.
So it's a dirt hill that everybody's
Multiple dirt hills that had houses on it at one point, and not anymore.
Including his
now
house.
they think it's cursed.
Yeah, probably.
They probably do.
Gotcha.
But there are benches apparently, even if you can't see them.
There are apparently benches.
Okay, good to know. That
I don't know if
place
Japan.
that doesn't have greenery has benches to look at the greenery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of shocked because this is supposed to be a public park. An abandoned public park. It
Japan
shouldn't
has
have
really
benches.
You think they installed the benches after the fire, or you think those benches were left there from the fire?
It's
The
possible they were
benches
there
were
from
the
the
only
fire.
thing that survived.
It might have been concrete benches, yeah.
Dang. Anyway, Pending, you can read now. You're caught up, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's a tough one. What you're essentially saying is that you want to save everyone.
It was Kiritsugu's response to the question when I was very young, that a very young me asked it. As a child, I obviously refused to accept that idea. But you saved me, Kiritsugu. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. But you saved me, Kiritsugu. I knew you were a magician, and you could do anything. I knew you were a champion of justice who wouldn't let anyone suffer, and you did it without asking for any reward. That's what I've always believed. You managed to save everyone back then. In response to me shouting this at him, Kiritsugu looked more troubled than I'd ever seen him, and said something I remember to this day.
Shiro, saving one person means you don't have to save someone. Wait, sorry, let me start over.
Let me give you a different lesson, actually.
Yeah. Remember this. Remember that I fumbled over my words to this day as well.
I don't think you did fumble, actually, because I'm reading it. I think you said it correctly, but go on, reread it.
Because I
He
worked
said
in
the word have. Yeah, he put the word have in, slightly changing the, slightly, very completely slightly changing the meaning.
Oh,
If you
okay,
save
I
one
see.
person, then you can kind
You
of
don't.
just take
You don't
everything
have
off.
to save someone else. Yeah, that's a whole entire different
You're
story.
right.
You fulfilled your quota at that part. At that point. Anyways, Shiro, saving one person means you don't save someone else. Listen, being saved by a champion of justice only means you're one of the few they managed to reach. It might be obvious, but that's what a champion of justice is.
God, the name is so weird. I'm sure it sounds so much more normal in Japanese.
No, I think
or
it's
whatever.
Like, I think it's like
champion justice sounds so
it's
weird.
Seigi no Mikata.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. Seigi no Mikata.
Kono hero da.
Yeah, I get that. And now that has been pointed out, it seems so obvious. Imagine if there was a burglar and some hostages, and the burglar intends to kill the hostages. Under normal circumstances, a majority of hostages would probably die. Oh, speaking of a burglar and hostages, even though there's no hostages around, there was that one random, we passed by last week, which was earlier today in game, when we passed by and there's like a bunch of cop cars and stuff at a house.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
It was a family of 4, and someone stabbed to death the mom, the dad, the older sister, but the youngest son was still alive. That's what happened.
Did Emiya's previous family, did he have siblings, or it was just him and his parents?
All I've heard about is his parents. I've never heard about family.
Yeah. Because I figured that's why he Yeah.
Anyway, under normal circumstances, the majority of the hostages would probably die. But if
Actually no, but go on, continue, sure.
but if by some miracle all the hostages were saved, there's someone who didn't get saved. The burglar, of course, and saving the hostages would be done at the cost of his life.
That's a wild statement to make, but go on.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's how we're looking at this.
The people the champion of justice saves are only those who the champion of justice deems to save. That's why saving everyone is impossible. Even God can't do that.
I thought it was more of a like the hero's dilemma choice where like two people need saving in two different places and you're only capable of
I think that's what Kitsurugi was probably trying to say, but apparently Emiya is saying no. At the end of the day, no one gets saved because there's always going to be the one person who is deemed as the criminal in someone else's point of view, which
feels like he's equating this to like a zero-sum game where like saving one person means hurting someone else, which is
not accurate either, but
it's especially in the scenario that he was talking about in the first place with the fire.
Yeah.
Because like the villain in that scenario is the fire.
That evil.
Well,
so like you could argue that like he only had time to save X number of people, and so by saving Emiya, he wasn't able to save someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's a different situation.
Technically, because Rin talked about how the fire was started actually because of the war, the last Holy Grail War.
Yeah, but Pending saying in this situation, like don't look at the context. Just think about like in the situation, the fire's the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
ignoring that it was caused by the war. You're right. Okay.
Yeah. What I mean, what I meant is that like not every situation has a bad guy. Like it's not always the case that helping someone hurts someone else. Kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. So it's not. It's not predetermined that it's a zero-sum game. Although in certain circumstances, it absolutely could be.
Yeah, and it also reminds me of like the argument people make where like the villain's like, if you kill me, you'll just be as bad as I am. I'm like, no, I mean, if you're hurting like thousands of people every day and everything like that, not saying that justice shouldn't be served and that people should get their chance to like have that justice given, but
do you think that
if it is a choice where he could potentially, if you can't bring him to justice for some reason, killing that person would not make you a worse person for killing them in that sort of situation. But
question specifically for Pending. Pending, do you think it's okay to throw a bad guy into quicksand so they die as you watch?
Not if there's an alternative. Like if the bad guy is actively killing someone at that time and that is the only way to stop what they are doing. But like if there is a different non-lethal way of neutralizing someone without having to kill, then I would argue for the path that does not involve killing them. Like
I agree with Pending on that.
Yeah. Like if it's a circumstance where you don't have the luxury of like making that choice, then like just to give like an example from a very mediocre movie, when Superman is fighting Zod,
I'm ready,
or whoever he was fighting, and Zod is using like his laser eye attack on those people, and Superman snaps Zod's neck like a second before. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
So like the argument could be made there, like Superman was in a position at that point where he was potentially out of options. Like if he didn't use lethal force in that specific moment, then Zod would have killed those people. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a justification in like a scenario like that.
Yeah.
But like it's very circumstantial.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I agree on that.
Especially if it's a natural disaster. No person's able to save everyone and everything.
I'll be right back, by the way, because I think food.
Okay, he thinks food. The fire 10 years ago was like that. As someone who was miraculously saved from the incident, it wasn't my place to say anything at this point. But I still don't like it. I don't want anything like that. I don't like the idea there's a limitation to who can be saved. No matter how impossible it may be, I need to reach out to help. I can't stand to see people around me die, just like back then. If the person I am now had been there 10 years ago, I would have thrown myself into the fire. But then I would have died, and for nothing. That would have happened for sure. Jeez, I can't even fantasize in my head.
What are you? Okay, question for clarification. Is he saying he can't even fantasize him dying in his head, or is he saying that he can't?
He's saying that he's like, if I was there, if like the current me was back then, I would have ran in to save people, but then I would have died in a fire. So then he's complaining, damn, my fantasies have me end up dying because that's what would have happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reality would have hit him.
Oh crap! I can't believe it's already
like
5.
a semi.
Definitely like a semi, like a burning
Especially
semi.
since he was a child.
Well, but
wasn't he like 8?
Oh, but
Yeah.
this is the current him. If the current him was in that situation, he would have ran in. But then he still would have died to a flaming semi that flew out of the house.
He can't fantasize because he already
Blaring
knows the reality of what will happen, and that
Uh.
reality is that he dies.
I mean, he can always become a fireman, I guess.
But the current him isn't a fireman.
I know.
A bell in the distance rings, chiming 5 o'clock. I get up from the bench and hurry to my part-time job. Woo, part-time job.
I am glad that they didn't play a bell like they did that alarm clock until that dialogue was finished.
Well, you think they're just gonna ring a bell over and over to tell you it's 5 o'clock for 5 minutes?
Yes.
By the time I'm done working, the sun has long since set. It's a little before 8 o'clock. I finished about 10 minutes earlier because I kind of overworked myself. Maybe it's because I stopped by that park before work. That might have motivated me to push myself harder. At the train station, the night is just getting started. There's a bunch of people milling about, and an endless stream of cars on the road. Guess there's no need for me to get something for Fujine. I walk along the path as I gaze up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see all the way to the top. As I gaze at the building, enjoying the nighttime scenery. Huh? I think I see something bizarre. What is that?
Oh, wait, so it was him looking up at Rin on top of the roof of the building?
I stop and try to look to the very top. I squint, trying to bring what I see into focus, but it's like staring at grains of rice. ... It looks like someone I know. But I can't think why this girl I know would have a reason to be up. What happens if I do this? Oh my god.
I'm back, and I have zucchini loaf.
Oh my, I didn't know I could do this.
Oh, okay. Haven't you been playing this game? Didn't you finish this game already, right?
No, there's a part with Ayako right there.
I didn't finish this game. I mean, I finished this game
look
like
at the previous
20
game.
years
It's
ago.
crazy.
You've also like been going back and forth through it for a while to get us set up for it.
Be right back. I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no problem. It's actually a good time. I'm gonna go around the restroom real quick too. Then.
Okay.
You're in charge.
Sure, I'll watch the
Pending.
chat. Oh, I'm Pending's here too.
Yeah, I'm here too. I'm munching on.
I'm here.
Well, technically, this game is 20 years old, so because it came out in like 2008, 2004. I don't remember anymore. When did Fate Stay
I was just about to do the same thing.
Somehow. 2004. So it actually is 20 years ago. I don't know if it got translated in English 20 years ago, but it definitely came out 20 years.
That was a good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was first released for Windows.
he's squinting at the top of the building.
A
See freaking Rin.
skyscraper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how Rin was sensing like a servant that was like looking at them and stalking them, and they were like, "What the fuck? Where is this person that's watching us from afar?"
Oh yeah, I guess that was.
Yeah,
And then
that?
she looks down at the street.
Well, no, that's two different situations.
It is?
Was it?
Yeah. When she was up top, she just was happening to look down and happened to see what she thought was somebody looking at her, and she's like, "What the hell? Stop looking at me, guy!"
Oh, so this is the second one.
Yeah.
The first time, I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there were two instances of
the first
seen.
The first time was at the park when they're at the creepy park, and she's like, "Wait, I feel like someone's looking at me," and Archer's like, "I don't feel anyone looking at me," and she's like, "Oh, it must be a master then." So then they left the park. And looked around for like another 2 hours at the random places around, and then then they get here, and Archer's like, "You should have just showed me this place first." Jeez.
I'm an archer. Duh.
I'm an archer. Come on.
I can see everything from here.
And then Rin's like, I don't know what an archer is.
To be fair, I don't know if Archer knows what an archer is, as he pulls out like 25 different.
Yeah, that's entirely fair too.
Anyway, but I can't think of why I read that part. It doesn't seem like she's going to do anything up there. But she's just standing there, looking down at the city as the wind ruffles her hair. ... She doesn't seem to notice me down below. Actually, there's no way she could see me. Even my near-perfect vision, enhanced with magecraft, can barely distinguish what's up there. Mother beats.
Wait.
Yeah,
I would like to say,
magecraft?
didn't he just say earlier he can't really do that because the only time he can is like he has to visualize like the inside of a.
It's
like when he's fixing things, he visualizes like the inside of it. So.
Fortunately, he currently has the hot rod in his back.
And he's like thinking really hard, and his eyes are like magnified, you know?
Okay.
That's how magecraft works, apparently.
Yeah, it's not a metaphor.
When you squint, that's actually magecraft.
Because they made it seem like when he was fixing that one radio or VHR, it's like X-ray vision.
I've been watching Red. How did you pronounce it? Mashal.
Mashal
is so good.
Yeah. To provide context, I was playing a game with Red, and I called it Mashley, and then he thought that was hilarious.
I will say I have heard a lot of people call it Mashley.
I love Mashley, yeah.
But a lot of the people who I've heard call it Mashley were using an AI program to read their things, so I don't think.
Well, I was watching it on Netflix, so I don't know.
I need to also be known that I wasn't the one who told him what it was called, or how it was actually called. I was just laughing, and he just kept wondering why I was laughing at him.
Yeah, and I was gloating it with just like talking about it. It was pretty good.
At any rate, it made me think of, because like sometimes Mash will like say like bicep magic, and then he'll punch a guy.
Yeah, where he sits there and pumps his legs so hard that he starts to fly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's one part where like where a guy stabs him in the stomach, and then the guy can't get his sword out, and he's like, "Huh, I got you now. I caught it with my abs."
I will say I've actually seen another anime use that thing, and it wasn't considered a joke. So.
Yeah, I don't know how good it. If it was playing it straight, I don't know that I would have enjoyed that. But as a comedy, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
I don't even remember what anime it was where they did play it straight, and he's like, "Yeah, I caught it with I used my my 6-pack to catch the blade so it wouldn't stab me," and I'm like, you can't really bend your 6-pack that way. I mean, you can kind of clench it, but...
He's trained himself to do this, all right?
Okay.
No. His 6-pack is so, like, dense that it's able to catch the blade.
No. He specifically said that he tensed his muscles to catch the blade in that anime where they were taking it seriously.
Anyway, I'm able to tell she's up there because she's isolated, but there's no way she'd be able to pick me out from a crowd on the ground. She's just looking down at the town. It seems like she's looking for something. I can almost feel her sharp gaze even at the distance. I forget how long it's been, but I continue to look up at the girl standing in the void. She stands at the top of the high tower. She's like a magician looking down at the surface world with its bright moon shining right behind her. Oh. And then she disappears, apparently done with whatever brought her up there. The rooftop stands empty, and the scenery returns back to nothing more than a beautiful night sky. Was that Tosaka up there? I can't be sure, but I'm probably right about who it was, at least.
I mean, he said it just looked like grains of rice. Does he know what a grain of rice looks like?
Look, Jay, he was using eyeball magic, okay? Come on.
Okay.
A grain of rice looks like Tosaka.
If you put a grain of rice and Tosaka together, I'd have a hard time telling the difference.
Yeah, no, they're essentially the same.
I think it's really the twin tails that, lets me know who is who.
I see.
Do your grains of rice not have twin tails?
No. Jess never buys the grain of rice that have twin tails on them.
Oh, no, you should.
Oh.
The grain of rice with twin tails on them?
Yeah,
It's a joke. Jess, don't think about it too hard.
What?
Right, concern?
I didn't know there was Hatsune Miku rice out there. I would buy it if there's Hatsune Miku sponsored rice.
I mean, there probably is Hatsune Miku sponsored rice, but I don't think it's Hatsune Miku shaped.
Do you think it's a bit of a tangent? Do you think it's weird that one
That's
of the
crazy.
the most persistent legacies of the Flintstone are the vitamins?
I'm not, because they used to do ads for also like cigarettes and stuff, so.
Oh.
Because when I think of Flintstones, I think about the vitamin.
Do you
Like-
not? Are you not familiar with the Flintstones vitamins? Is this just me?
No. It's a very, I'll say it's a very American thing. just didn't have parents that would buy that because they didn't fall into the trap of vitamins. Probably.
Yeah, no, we had Flintstone vitamins growing up. I liked the orange and the red flavors the most. I didn't like the purple.
Same.
I don't remember them.
I remember
We always
them.
ended up with like
I
a
remember
bunch
eating
of
them.
purples at the bottom.
I remember eating them. I just don't remember the taste of them at all.
Because it was mostly just citrus flavor with like the chalk flavor next to it.
Yeah. I remember eating.
Not that
some.
it didn't have additional flavors to it. I didn't like the cherry ones, which were the red ones.
Okay, but what about Fruity Pebbles then?
I hate
I
Fruity
never-
Pebbles. I never
So
eat
actually,
them.
all Fruity Pebbles are the same flavor, but because of psychological brain nonsense things, people think that they are actually different flavors. But according to the company, it's all the same flavor. It's just like a fruit flavored generic mix.
That's crazy.
I think that's also the case for Fruit Loops as well.
Okay,
that's not Fruit Loops
I didn't
taste
have
bad.
Fruity Pebbles, but I did have Fruit Loops, and yeah, in my head they tasted different.
Well, maybe, Penny, it's time for you to go to the store to buy some Flintstone vitamins and some Fruity Pebbles.
So I couldn't find that there is a Hatsune Miku rice cooker. There isn't a Hatsune Miku like rice, but there is a Hatsune Miku rice bowl.
Jay, get back to me with the Hatsune. Jay, get back to me with the Hatsune Miku.
With the rice
waffle
the
maker.
rice bowl have the twin tails.
No, it doesn't have the twin tails. It just has a sticker on it that says, "Look, it's Hatsune Miku rice."
I don't know what the heck twin tails of grain of rice is. That doesn't make any sense.
It was a joke. We were joking about how Rin and a grain of rice look identical.
Hey, Pending.
Apparently, according to Emiya. Emiya said that the people standing on the roof looked like a grain of rice, but then he's like, but that wasn't Tosaka, right? That looked like Tosaka, but it wasn't Tosaka. Tosaka wouldn't do that. We're just like, how the fuck is he able to tell that it even looks like someone if they look like grains of rice?
Yeah.
Never mind. Actually, Jay.
Yes.
Look behind you. There's a distraction.
A distraction where?
There aren't many girls I know who stand out like her. And besides, I'm not so out of it that I'd fail to notice a girl I secretly admire. Huh? It's just, Tosaka sure has a weird way of spending her time. That's what he took. That's how he took it, huh?
Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unlike Shinto, there's no sign of people anywhere in Miyama. There is nobody around after 8 at night, and the town is silent and still. The house I saw this morning stands across the intersection. There are no signs of life, and a no trespassing sign hangs over the front door. It's just a single day. The house is falling quiet, almost like an abandoned building. A girl and her parents were killed by a burglar. I wonder what life awaits for the single child who survived. ... I bite my lip, frustrated by my own powerlessness. I promised I'd...
Spoiler! You spoiled it!
What? What happened?
You spoiled this!
What do you mean?
I thought you were joking!
Wait, what?
Red went into this entire scenario like 5 minutes ago, and it was just like, oh, okay. And my head went like, it's the campy thing. It's fine. It's not really true. And then it's obviously true.
What happened? Red, what did you do?
I didn't spoil anything. They talked about this at lunch.
I don't know. I wasn't here for lunch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's
They talked about this today earlier at lunch, so
that's why I told you what happened.
I don't know what's being talked about, so I don't know what's going on.
That's why I mentioned what happened.
Did no one pay attention to the student council president's angelic voice?
To be honest, I couldn't really hear the words the student council president was saying. He was a bit too close to the microphone.
Look, anytime the student council president talks, I'm like, man, he really does talk a lot like that guy in the B movie.
Guys, when you all watch the B movie.
My mind just mentally filters everything he says out.
Yeah.
Understandable.
It's like my eyes see it, but they don't register it, you know?
Yeah, it's a defensive mechanism.
It's not the sound of his voice, it's more like what comes out of it.
Yeah, a lot of the contents that he speaks are absolutely nothing, which is why we're so surprised you've talked so much, Pending. It's not because of you, it's because the character has nothing to say.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's still talking? Well, shit, okay.
Oh, man. How did this happen? I promised I'd be just like Kiritsugu, but I couldn't do anything, even when something like this happens so close to home. I want to help people, but I don't even know what I can do.
Get good.
Yeah, you're right. Just get good.
Use more hot metal rods.
Jeez Louise. Are we gonna have another hot metal rod scene?
I reach to the top of the hill where my house sits. The lights are on, so Fujine or Sakura are still inside.
Or Sakura.
Or Sakura.
I'm home. Oh, it's just you, Fujine.
Oh. Oh, welcome back, Shiro.
Fujine turns towards me, munching on a rice cracker. The TV's turned to a lively variety show.
Are you sure she's not also drinking beer?
Would be too. Holy shit.
I feel like that would be the stereotypical thing, is you'd be watching TV with eating a rice cracker and drinking beer as an adult.
Drinking sake because you can.
Yeah. You're home late again. Didn't I tell you to come home earlier since it gets dark so fast in winter?
I am home early. I had work until 8, so get off my back about that. So where's Sakura? I see dinner's already prepared.
I feel so bad for Sakura. Anyway, I guess we're not getting any more Plompers seeds this time. I thought we might get something.
Hey, don't worry.
Sakura went home early. She said she had something to do today, so she just came and made dinner.
Fujine's cheerfully replies, as far as she's concerned, anyone who makes her food is a good person. I see. That's probably a good thing for now. It's been dangerous lately, so maybe I'll take over making dinner until the new school term starts.
No, Sakura!
She's completely safe at home. Nothing's happening. What do you mean?
Objection? You come home so late. If you make dinner, then when you get back, I won't get to eat until after 10.
Couldn't you just eat at home?
What are you talking about? This is my home. What a weird way of holding your hands, too, by the way.
Fujine tilts her head. Puzzled.
That looks really uncomfortable, actually.
I'm doing it right now, and it's extremely uncomfortable.
I'm gonna talk while doing this. Let me lift my mic up. Fujine tilts her head, puzzled. I can't do it because I have to click the button.
Yeah.
I'm
not controlling the button anymore.
It almost feels like AI hands.
Yeah, who draws hands like this?
What was the artist of Fate called? What was his name? I forgot.
God, you're asking too much.
Well, I'm asking Jess.
I don't remember. I can look it up.
How the art for visual novels has evolved.
Honestly, I'm not sure if a response like that should make me happy or sad.
Takashi Takeuchi.
It was Takeuchi, yeah. I remember it started with a T. She's. I guess both names start with a T. Sheesh, fine. I know it's pointless asking you to make dinner. By the way, what's that you got there? You didn't bring over more junk, did you? Fujine has a tendency to leave a bunch of junk here. She'll bring stuff like bowls from restaurants that are too big to be functional, or unnecessary heavy earthen teapots, or a weird guitar that plays itself. She must think this place is a convenient storage or something. Show it to me. I'm gonna toss it if it's trash.
Oh, this thing? It's just a poster.
Fujine hands me the poster.
No. Oh, really? No.
It's probably some no-name singer. Let's see. I knew it. It's a poster of a young man wearing a military uniform, smiling with his thumbs up, all in front of a cheap-looking blue sky background. The caption on the poster in bloody font. Loves lovely Rangerland.
What?
Come to the self-defense meetup. Hey, this is a recruitment poster for our youth group.
Why military? Everything about that is so weird.
It's you, Jay.
Oh, it is me. You're right. I don't want it, so you can have it.
I don't want this either. I quickly roll the poster back up and try to whack Fujine on the head with it.
You missed!
However, Fujine counters mercilessly with another poster she's been holding. Conk! Her poster sword bops me lightly.
I don't think that was lightly.
Stars! I see stars!
If you're seeing stars, that wasn't lightly.
You thought you were gonna hit me? You'll need to up your game if you ever hope to do that.
That's not the issue here. How the hell does a paper poster make a sound like that?
That's true. It was a very metallic sound.
Did she manage some sort of technique only a true poster master can execute?
What? No, you can't roll. Whatever.
Oh, sorry. My poster's a collector's edition made of a fancy plate of steel.
You can't roll that. I mean, maybe she can. Is your head okay, Shiro?
Fujine, you're gonna end up killing someone one of these days.
You can't just fucking roll a metal poster like that.
If that time ever comes, it'll all be good because you'll sweep it in and marry me.
What?
Yeah,
no,
not a chance.
Bad teacher. Bad.
I'm not marrying a natural-born killer.
What? I don't think I'm that violent.
You would be that unaware of your own actions. I pray that I survive. I'll have to be very careful from now on if I'm going to have any hope of avoiding being murdered.
Keep talking big. But now I'm hungry, Shiro. I've been waiting for so long, so let's hurry and eat already.
Fujine gets up. What's up with Fujine? She must be really hungry if she's offering to help, even if it's just setting the table. Fine, then you take out the plates and bowls. You can at least scoop the rice into bowls, right?
Of course I can. Hey, do you think it'll be okay if I use a bigger rice bowl?
That shouldn't be a problem. Sakura's not here today, so we'll definitely have leftovers.
Good. Then you and I will have matching bowls today.
Fujine scoops mounds of rice into 2 large bowls. ... Whatever, I was going to go for a second helping anyway. And if I meddle in what Fujine does now, we may really not have any dinner. Besides, this is the kind of chaotic scene dinner at my home has been for years. Another day ends. We finished the rowdy dinner.
I was hoping we were going to have another food episode.
We finished our rowdy dinner, and after I see Fujine, See, off Fujine, I take a bath. Well, we can't have a food dinner. Sakura's not here. Come on, we can't have our food episode.
Oh, I see.
After that, I head to the shed for my daily training. I complete it as usual, hot rods and all, and then go to sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Today ends peacefully and without incident. What a
He
nice
wakes up
normal
every
day.
day at 5 o'clock and goes to bed every day at like 1 o'clock. Jesus Christ. He only operates on 4 hours of sleep. I could never.
Every day.
I mean, I'm on 3 hours of sleep right now, but I don't recommend it.
I was on 2 hours of sleep yesterday. It was the worst.
Yeah.
Yo, February 2nd.
You guys are worse than Shiro.
Day
You guys are
3.
worse
No,
than
no, no, no,
Emiya.
no, no. Mine was not intentional. I had lots of nightmares that prevented me from sleep. It was not something like, oh, wait, speaking of nightmares.
Yeah, but mine also was not intentional for what.
Did anyone
I don't know. I've been...
helping of PTSD?
I'm in a fire. Houses crumble and people burn. No matter where I go, all I see is crimson. This is what I saw 10 years ago.
See, I bet you if he didn't go to the park, he probably wouldn't have this dream.
And yet he'll probably wake up and be like, huh, I wonder why I was thinking of that tonight.
People die when they are killed.
People die when they are killed.
People die when they are killed.
That's true. I have the science to back it up.
Don't worry, Plompers. That line's in the Fate route, so that's in the first route.
Wait, is that a real line from this?
Yes, it is.
Is
The
it?
picture this picture
I've
I'm
always
going to
thought that was
recopy
just a
is
silly
from Fate.
joke.
No, it's from
Same.
Fate, the anime specifically, but
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it's translated or said like this in the game, but it is.
yeah,
from
I don't
the first
know
route.
if it's from the first route of and in the original anime that came out. That is a line. That is Shiro right there.
That's my
That's
favorite line.
wild.
That's my favorite line.
He also has another line, but in the new anime too. That's also really weird. But I don't know if that's going to be talked about
Look,
here.
Jay, a lot of his lines are out of context. Yeah,
I know they are, but that doesn't mean it's not freaking weird.
They're pretty funny out of context, to be fair. It's a long forgotten memory of the past.
I'm
'Cause it's
fascinated to see how that makes sense in context.
Because the other line is, just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct or something like that, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's
isn't
the other way.
that's-
It's the other way. Just because you're
You're correct, it doesn't mean you're
no,
right.
no, just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct. I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's in the second route.
That's in the second route. I run through the
This
scenery,
is so confusing.
recreating what happened. Shiro Emiya says words sometimes. I hope you're ready. I know it's a nightmare, but there's no way to escape. I run and run. I keep running. Every time the scene ends with me, a child running out of energy and getting rescued. I wake up feeling wrong.
It's just when local kids traumatized. 11.
Yeah, you should delete that, Jay.
Should I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm deleting it.
A hand to my forehead tells me I'm sweating, even though it's winter. Oh, it's late. The clock reads past 6. I hear the soft sound of chopping from the kitchen. Sakura's early again. Not really the time to be impressed by what an early riser she is. I need to hurry up and get ready so I can help her with breakfast.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shira, what are you gonna do today? It's Saturday, so do you have work in the afternoon?
Day 3, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Or finally, wow, we got to day 3 pretty quick.
No, not today. I might help Issei out, but why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. I was hoping you could swing by the dojo if you had nothing to do, cause I'm kind of in a bind this month.
A bind? Why?
My bank account's hurting, you see. And it'd be a huge help if someone made me lunch for a while.
Yeah, that's not happening. It's your mess. You can't afford to miss a meal or two. Jess wouldn't really grab the archers made up of archers one.
This is for the prologue, so I can post this one.
That one is from the prologue. That's true. It's from the prologue of the anime.
The archer's class is really made up of Awesome.
Remember when she said she didn't understand archery? There you go.
Well, yeah, no, that checks out.
This is special.
Fate really is something, you know?
It's pretty good.
Yes.
How is it so popular?
Oh man.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I mean I get why it's popular. I would probably think it's really popular back then
got there
too.
yet.
So
I wasn't expecting anything from nothing. That's you.
Oh. I wasn't expecting anything from you, Shiro. The only person I can count on is Sakura. Right, Sakura?
oh my gosh, is Sakura gonna be able to talk?
Yes!
Yes. If you don't mind having what I have, I can make you something.
Ah, good. Then let's eat lunch together today.
Breakfast goes smoothly. Today's menu includes the typical sides, and the main dish is a braised lotus root, konnyaku, and chicken. Sakura probably didn't need to make such an elaborate dish for breakfast, but I'm guessing she made extra to pack for lunch.
So I don't have to eat dinner at home.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry.
Sakura's a member. Sakura's a member of the Kudo Club, and Fujine is the club's faculty advisor. Nobody would think it was weird for the two of them to have the same lunch.
This is me or Sakura?
Yeah, because she always says.
Oh, Shiro, you're right.
man.
I forgot the senpai thing. I forgot. You're right.
Always said senpai.
Senpai.
Oh, by the way, Shiro, you woke up late today. Did something happen?
Fujine looks my way as she sips her miso soup. As much as she's just kind of out there most of the time, she's pretty sharp about this kind of thing. I had a dream about the past and I woke up feeling crappy. That's it.
I can read this later
Yeah?
to her.
Yeah.
Oh. So the usual. Nothing to worry about there.
Get this person therapy.
It's not an interesting topic for Fujine, so she shifts the conversation in another
To be
direction.
fair, a lot of anime characters would benefit, not just in this anime, just anime in general, from therapy.
Yeah, they would.
This is not the most supportive home.
That doesn't bother me one bit.
I mean, he has to work to feed himself.
10 years
Yeah.
ago, I used to have nightmares a lot, back when I couldn't shake the memory of the fire. But as time went on, those nightmares grew less and less frequent, and I've gone to the point where the dreams don't bother me anymore. I've been
I
told
mean, you said you felt crappy when you woke up. I think the dreams are still bothering you.
I've been told my nightmares were pretty bad back then, though. Fujine was already with us by then, and she's been sensitive about changes in me since.
Shiro, are you hungry at all? Your dream this morning hasn't affected you, has it?
Nope, I'm fine, so quit using my dream as an excuse to try to stealing my food.
Aw, I'm happy to see you turned out to be such a strong boy, but I wish you'd wound up a little more gentle.
She is the daughter of a Yakuza boss, to be fair.
She is. I'm trying. I mean, I tried to do the Yakuza voice a little bit when, like, the first time, like, she hit her head or something, and then woke up and was screaming. But I was like, I can't. I've tried.
Right back at you. Since I'm basically your younger brother, I kind of wish you'd ended up more delicate and sweet yourself. We both huff and turn our heads away from each other.
Uh-huh.
Seeing that as a sign that I am fine, Fujine smiles in relief.
Or wait.
It could be anybody. Honestly, I appreciate
It
her
could be both of us.
consideration.
It was Sakura.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
maybe it is actually
imagine
Sakura.
both of you.
It
both
could
of
have
you
been
do that.
Sakura.
She
I
felt
imagine
left
both of
out.
you do
She
that,
wanted
and
to be
Shiro's
involved in
like,
the
what
argument
the
too.
heck?
After staring at all this happening stuff. Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh god.
Wait, but I know she'll get the edge about an ego about
Well,
it
you
if
know,
I say it
I'm sure
directly.
these sibling arguments are better than the ones you get at
Oh
home.
my god.
Yeah.
I was good. Part of me wanted to not say that joke, but I had to at that point.
Hey, dark humor. We love it.
Dark humor, let's go.
This is. She doesn't have a great basis of comparison.
No, she
You know
doesn't.
what's really amazing? Plompers, you have such a sweet and like sugary voice. Hearing you say "Yay, dark humor" in that voice is just it sends me. It's perfect.
It is pretty good.
Thank you.
So I pretend to grunt and protest instead. It was me. It was me.
Okay. That is Sakura because her face changed. Sakura?
Good line. Sakura looks puzzled by interaction.
Okay, so she really just doesn't understand. She's like, this is how siblings work? Question mark?
Maybe she doesn't even know they're being siblings right now. She's just confused.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, her perception of siblings is sometimes they beat each other up.
Soon after Fujine leaves, I lock up, and Sakura and I leave as well.
I almost read that as I lock up Sakura. I'm like, no, wait, there's a word in there.
She probably wouldn't mind.
Senpai, I won't be able to come help out from tonight until Monday. Will that be alright?
That's fine. Besides, it's the weekend. I bet you have friends to hang out with, so don't worry about me.
Oh, no, that's not it. It's really is for personal reasons, so I'm still going to practice at the club. So, if you need anything, just come to the dojo and I'll figure things out. And I'm not going to go out just because it's the weekend, so, please don't get the wrong idea.
What? Sakura's acting suspicious, or rather, she seems nervous. I don't know why, but it's probably that she just can't come over the weekend. Got it. I'll go to the dojo if I need anything.
Yes, that would be great.
Because her brother would know if she was hanging out at his house,
Oh.
if she hung out with them over the weekend.
I'm sure
Oh,
she's
yeah,
done it
she would.
before. Sakura sighs in relief.
Oh,
But the moment Sakura lowers her gaze, her expression stiffens.
Yeah, no, I think it is the brother.
Senpai, your hand.
Hmm? Sakura is staring at my left hand. I look down and see blood trickling from it.
What?
Huh? I pull up my shirt sleeve. Yep, blood. The hell? Did I cut myself with something last night? I don't feel any pain. It looks like there's a welt on my hand. The bruise stretches all the way from my shoulder to the back of my hand. It looks like a snake that's trying to reach the palm, from my palm to the top of my shoulder. Well, it doesn't
I
hurt.
realize. How did he not notice it?
How did they not notice it during? Well, Fujine didn't notice. Like, Fujine's like, you normally have nightmares, but she didn't notice that his hand was bleeding.
From like the shoulder to the back of the hand, bro.
Well, he had his uniform on, I'm sure.
When he woke up,
Well,
when he was changing.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Well, to be fair, it did say, I don't think in that picture, like in his room, there's only like a fucking desk, a pillow, and his bed, and
He
the metal
did?
rod that he sticks up his
He
back.
did feel crappy this morning, so he's probably in a funk when he was getting ready.
I guess.
Well, it doesn't hurt. I'm sure he'll go away
Speaking of
soon.
dissociation, that
Wait,
would be
wait.
some pretty severe
Sorry,
dissociation right there.
I zoned out a little bit there, so I'm not sure that I understood correctly. Is he bleeding and he's like,
Yes.
it doesn't
Yeah.
hurt, so I'm sure
Yes.
it's nothing to worry about?
Yes. It's
I
bleeding
feel
to the point that Sakura's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with your hand? And there's blood dripping from it.
I feel like maybe worry a little.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything to worry about.
If it's bleeding and it won't stop,
And
It
it's
doesn't
from
hurt,
the neck.
though.
It's from
I'm
the
sure-
upper shoulder neck area down his left arm.
I think we should go to the hospital, is what you should say. But
yeah.
okay. If
I
you're
mean,
sure.
we could go to the urgent care if you don't want to go to the hospital, but
Yeah, let's go to the hospital.
The sight of the blood probably made Sakura sick, since she keeps.
Oh, yeah,
she's
that's
keeping
what
her
it
head
was.
down.
I thought of a very bad joke. I'm going to make it.
is it a dark joke? Because I was also thinking a dark
Yeah,
joke.
it's a dark
Yeah.
joke.
Yep.
You,
Okay,
we were
I'm
probably
glad
the
the three of
same.
us are thinking a dark joke.
I mean,
the girls got it. The girls got it.
Looking at each other like, oh, I got you. Oh, I know what you are.
Should I remain oblivious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
okay,
pretty
Pending.
fast.
I'm in the same boat.
I also don't get it.
Good.
Good. Yep, it's better this way.
We'll be shaking our hands together.
We are.
All right, Sakura heads to the club while I head to the school building. The schoolyard is filled with athletic club members training. The morning is practically brimming with enthusiastic energy. ... But something feels strange. Everything in the school is as usual. The students exercising for the morning practice are as lively, and the new school building is spotless. Maybe it's just my imagination.
Rin, on the other hand, someone put a bad spell on here.
But when I close my eyes, the mood changes drastically. The building's wall feels stained, like membranes have latched onto them, and the students themselves are like empty dolls. Maybe I'm just tired. I shake.
This guy.
I shake my head to clear it.
I know, like, one of his first lines he says when we first meet him and he's the narrator is basically, I'm dead inside, but come on, man!
I shake my head to clear it and head into campus.
Campus, you know?
Campus. School ends early on Saturdays. Classes end in the morning, but by the time I finish helping Issei, the sun is starting to set. I guess it's time to go home. I pack my bag and leave the classroom. But then...
Hey, you're still here, Emiya.
I want to smack him.
We all do.
Try to make him lopsided. Come here.
I run into Shinji. There are a few girls behind him making a small commotion.
I can't believe you're still hanging around when you've got nothing to do. All right, you're still kissing the student council's ass. Look at you. You got into the school's good graces even though you didn't get into any clubs.
Oh, man.
How dare you, sir?
Over Sakura's character real quick and make her slap her brother. I think he deserves it. He does deserve it.
I'm not helping the student council. I'm just helping the school by repairing old equipment, since we all use it.
Like, everyone just shows up in this scene.
Listen to you.
Rin comes in, even though she's definitely right now investigating the magic sigils, going, hey, wait a second!
Anything is a given according to Emiya. Did I ever tell you how much you pissed me off?
You ever tell me how much you piss everyone else off in this conversation?
Don't remember. I probably wasn't listening if you did. You say that kind of stuff all the time.
I get it. So, you're saying you'll fix anything as long as it's something that's in school, right? Huh?
It's impossible to fix everything. The most I can do is take care of things.
For example, I won't be able to fix your face.
Come here.
Then do me a favor. Our Kyoto club's kind of a mess right now. We've got bowstrings lying around, and the range hasn't been cleaned recently.
Isn't that your responsibility as the vice captain, buddy?
So if you got time on your hands, can you take care of that too?
Uh-huh.
You used to be in the Kyoto club, so shouldn't you be helping us too? Instead of just kissing the student council's ass all the time?
God, this guy.
Yep.
What? Wait, is this? Okay, these are random girls.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll get in trouble if you don't do everything you were told.
What? Shinji, didn't Miss Fujimura tell you to do all that?
I know that's out of order, but you know, I figured.
Doesn't matter, right? Anybody can read. Anybody.
Oh, should I do the last one? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
All the shops will close if you start cleaning up now. If that guy's offering, just let him do it.
Hey, Penny, can do this one.
Oh, okay, there you go, Pending. Go. Girl voice.
That's kind of mean. Plus, an outsider can't possibly clean everything up.
You got it.
Thank you.
Hey, it can be whoever.
That might not be right. Shinji just said he's a former club member. Maybe we can let him do it.
The girls behind Shinji are awfully chatty. They
I agree.
They seem to be Kyoto Club members, but I don't recognize any of them. They must be members Shinji recruited recently.
I'm counting on you then. The key's in the usual place, so just go into whatever. You don't mind, right, Emio?
I do mind. I'm gonna punch.
No, I don't mind. I've got some time on my hands, and it's no problem.
Doesn't this man
Thanks,
not want us
Heck
anywhere
Mule.
near his sister, and now he's just telling us to go where his sister is? I'm just saying.
Thanks! So, let's go, everyone. This clown do all the boring chores for us.
I hate
Don't
it.
leave me behind, Shinji. Oh, good luck with cleaning, senpai.
You know, I feel like those girls would have a really difficult, a different look on this guy if they found out he was abusing his sister.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
saying.
they would. I think they'd have a lot of different opinions, but I don't. If they found out a lot about this character, but I don't know if they found out a lot about this character yet.
And then look at Shinji like, why aren't you saying shit?
I cleaned the Kyoto dojo without a problem. Since I'm familiar with it. It's a big room, so it took a while, but it was kind of fun cleaning the place I used to spend so much time until a year and a half
Isn't he
ago.
supposed to be working today?
Midway through, I considered trying to shoot a bit, but I decided not to. It would be rude to the owner of the bow. If I wanted to shoot, all I'd have to do is bring my own bow and visit. I look at the time. It's way past curfew. It's a little after 7. The school gates must be closed by now, so there's no need for me to rush out. Now that I look closely, I don't remember the dojo being so dirty before. There's dirt and grime all over the place, like behind the bow rest, the bow rest in the club room. Well, I guess another hour or two won't make a difference at this point. I've already started, so I might as well clean every nook and cranny. He's just a natural homemaker, this guy. He's like,
You know.
oh man, I must clean.
He cleaned the entire dojo. You remember how he was supposed to go to work today?
I don't remember that.
He
Fujine said it.
I don't
No,
remember.
Fujine asked if he was supposed to go to work, but he said what he was going to be doing was helping out the student council president.
I see.
The wind is starting to pick up. It's so cold, my cheeks start to sting. Fuyuki's typically isn't cold at night during winter, but tonight it's certainly an exception. ... My breath fogs the air with every exhale.
Accelerate your breath.
No wonder it's darker than usual. The moon's hidden tonight. I look up and there's no light in the sky. The strong winds send a cloud speeding across the night sky. Curfew's
can't
long
pretend
past.
Planes in the night skies are like shooting stars anymore. You can't even see it.
There's no sign of life in the empty school. I can kind of see stars though.
Oh, I know. I know the art does, but you know, half of the time the art says that things are not there that are definitely there. So who knows now?
Not so much as a sound can be heard on campus, and it seems to be covered with colder air than any place in town. ... question mark. I think I heard something. It sounds like two guys making battle noises at each other. That's weird.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah!
I do hear
sounds like
something. It's
Two
like-
people with metal objects, maybe a spear and a sword, are fighting each other, but maybe it's not a swordsman because I'm.
Because I thought I heard vaguely someone say they were an archer, so that doesn't make any sense.
I do hear something. Is it coming from the schoolyard? The night under the frosty sky. I guess I just got curious about the sound that broke the hushed silence, so I head toward the sound to investigate.
No, you know, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, you crazy sure you want to do this?
I go to the schoolyard. Is that people? It looks that way, at least from a distance. It's just so damn dark. I need to get closer if I want to find out more.
You can see Rin Tosaka, the rice grain, on top of a building, but fuck if you can see the two people fighting in the courtyard,
It's,
not too far away.
He hasn't activated his shearing gun right now.
Shiro's like, admires Tosca, so he can spot Tosca from miles away.
He was
But
also-
these two random people?
Isn't Tosaka here though?
There was also lights around, okay? The sounds grow louder, more intense. I know that sound. It's clashing metal. It sounds like a fight. This is so stupid. What the hell am I thinking? I'm being stupid, obviously. Who would ever fight in a school courtyard with weapons like that? And then, it was probably a gut instinct that I sensed the danger. Or maybe Keeping out of sight as I approached was just a stroke of luck. Whatever the reason, I hid behind a tree big enough to conceal me, and I took a closer look at the source of the sound.
Yeah!
Archer with his fucking swords and the spearman. Let's go.
There, my mind froze.
Yeah.
What? I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. A man in red and a man in blue. The two of them.
Yo, one of them's
That's
American.
the weirdest thing. That's the first thing he does.
I can't comprehend what I'm seeing.
It's
People
a red
dressed in
coat.
red and blue. That's crazy.
Colors. Oh no.
One looks like a lancer and one looks like, what is that? A saber?
He has swords, so he must be a saber.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. The two of them are clad in armor so ancient, it's several steps beyond old-fashioned.
Oh man, their armor does not look ancient. Please, what the fuck is this shit?
It's a ridiculous sight, but their rapid, deadly movements make me clear that their fight is no joke. I don't understand. I can't even follow their movements. They're too fast. Their movements look so surreal, my mind can't function properly. The sound of their clashing weapons is the only thing convincing me the two of them are actually fighting to the death. ... But there's one thing I'm sure about. They're not human. They have to be something else, in the guise of humans. My magecraft training isn't why I know this. Anyone could see that these two aren't human. To start, humans can't move like that. Nobody should get involved with whatever that is. ... I can feel their intent to kill, even from a distance. I'm going to die. My body instinctively knows...
Sorry, the way you read that.
My body instinctively knows before my brain kicks in that I won't just live if I stay here. My racing heart is proof of that. I sense they're living things designed only to kill. ... No knife or blade would be a match for whatever they're wielding. They are clearly only meant to kill. I suddenly remember yesterday's murders. The
I just
family
realized he has no pupils.
The family that fell victim is said to have been killed by a bladed weapon. Damn! I shouldn't stay and watch it another second, but I can't move a muscle. I can hardly breathe. My mind is telling me to flee, but something else tells me that they'll find me as soon as I move. More than any internal conflict, though, I'm just paralyzed. I'm more than 40 meters away from them, but I still imagine getting stabbed in the back with that spear. I can't breathe. ... The sounds stop. The two figures separate and stand facing each other. Just as I'm starting to feel a sense of relief that the fight's over, another stronger sense of malice creeps over me. What? My heart feels like it's shriveled up in my chest. The numbness in my body turns to convulsions, and I clench my teeth in an effort to compose myself. Unbelievable. Who the hell is that guy? A nauseating high amount of magical energy flows into the man in blue. Kiritsugu once demonstrated to me how to draw in magical energy from one surrounding. It was a kind of magecraft so beautiful that it impressed even an apprentice mage like me. But this is different. The same way that even a simple act of drinking water could look revolting if done excessively, the man in blue appears to be binge eating. The sight is so extreme that anyone with magical energy would find it repulsive. ... He's going to die. The man in red is dead meat. The attack will be infused with more magical energy than anyone could possibly defend against. He's going to die. That inhuman something in the guise of a man is going to die. But can I just let this happen?
Oh man.
The question shakes me out of my paralysis. My body is suddenly free, and I take a deep breath.
Who's there?
The man in blue glares in my direction. Triple exclamation point! The man in blue crouches in a way that tells me one thing. I'm his new target. 6. What is 6? Exclamation points.
I see 6.
Exclamation points.
Man, my legs are moving before I even have a thought of running. The rest of my body finally realizes it's time to flee for my life, and suddenly all my energy is being poured into doing exactly that. I don't remember where I ran, though, or how I got there, but I'm in the school building. Real genius here. I regret my own actions as I huff and puff. I should have run toward town. I've got to be the world's biggest idiot thinking I can escape by running into an empty building. A school of all places. There must have been other better places to hide. And what the hell convinced me I'd die if I didn't run to begin with? My chest burns from all the running. I turn around, but I don't sense anything pursuing me. The only sound is my own footsteps. I can finally stop. My feet can barely move another step. I gulp down a lungful of air, trying to slow my heart down, and I breathe a sigh of relief. I survived.
Wow.
What the hell was that? I try to recall what I just saw as I catch my breath. One thing's for sure, I definitely wasn't meant to see that. Things that looked like humans fighting in a schoolyard at night. That's all I can really remember. But I had seen something else out of the corner of my eye. I think there was also someone else. I can't remember what they looked like, though. Honestly, I couldn't afford to look at anything other than the two figures locked in combat. But finally... Yes.
Guess our little game of hide and seek ends here, huh?
The voice comes from right in front of me. The voice, okay.
Hey, you ran pretty far. ...
I can't breathe. My mind goes blank. I can't think. But I know that I'm going to die.
You're going to die. There's no way out of this. You get that, right? Don't worry. It's always like this when you're about to die. Nothing to be ashamed of.
And with that, he raises his spear.
Sorry, kid. Nothing personal. You're just unlucky today. But you saw what you saw, so you gotta die.
No mercy, no compassion. His spear pierces my heart. I didn't even have time to dodge. No training I ever did prepared me for this. I knew I was going to die. I knew that the spear was going to impale me, but I couldn't move. The world distorts around me. My body grows cold. Numbness creeps from my fingertips to the rest of me. I cough up blood. Once. It felt like there should have been more, but it was just one cough. That spear must have been special. My blood slows and grows stagnant. My heart just stops, all from a single strike of that spear. ... I can't see anything. I don't feel anything. I'm like a jellyfish floating in the dark sea at night. I stopped feeling pain long ago. The world has turned white. I am the lone dark spot. So rather than being aware that I died, it just feels like everything around me has ceased to exist. I know this. I experienced the same thing 10 years ago. This is what dying feels like. That's you, Jess.
Oh. Dead men tells no tales, but the weak dying is just the order of things.
My eyes can't focus.
It's a dirty thing you made me do, after what I just did. Calling me a hero seems like a bad joke.
I can only hear his voice.
I know, I'm not complaining, but at least I see the girl's servant, so I'll head back.
He sounds so irritated.
Freaking saber archer thing with Jig.
Afterwards,
fucking archer's swords, man.
I hear footsteps fading down the hallway.
What kind of archer uses swords? I mean, really?
Archer, huh? I want to settle the score, but I'm in no position to ruin my master's plan. Damn, my master's a nasty one.
I mean, he summoned you, so...
The voice suddenly disappears. He must have jumped out the window. Afterwards, the footsteps I heard earlier stop. There's an awkward silence. Then footsteps again. I can't hear that well anymore. TJ.
I know. I was waiting for the text to load. Go after him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. We need to at least find out what his master looks like.
I don't know who's talking. I muster all my concentration as my mind fades, but I can't put my finger on it. All I can hear now is the sound of my breathing. My lungs must still be functioning. I hear a loud whistling sound coming from my mouth, like a passing typhoon.
Is that also me? Now I'm just confused.
Yes.
Actually, this one actually might be pending.
Oh, it might be pending, actually.
I'm impressed he's not dead yet.
I sense somebody peering into my face. My breathing must... No, it actually might have been her. It doesn't matter. My breathing must be loud as the person reaches their finger out, try to close my mouth. Now, this one's definitely her.
That's definitely, yeah. Stop. Seriously, why does it have to be you?
Whoever it is, they grit their teeth, seemingly troubled. The moment I hear the sound, the person touches me without hesitation.
Forging and replacing an entire heart. Honestly, if this works, I should be a shoo-in for the clock tower.
The voice sounds distressed. But at that moment...
anything. His heart is gone.
But at that moment...
He's still apparently breathing, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense, because I'm pretty sure if his heart's gone, the lungs and the heart share pretty much right there. Yeah.
At that moment, my fading consciousness finally flickers to nothing.
It's possible the science in this game might not be perfect.
You
Dot.
You don't normally stick a hot rod in your back every night before you go to bed?
I mean, they were equally surprised he wasn't dead yet. Sensation returns to my body. Slowly, little by little, my bodily functions return, like dewdrops trickling down a leaf. ... Drip. Drip. What's going on? The person hovering over me is sweating intensely, focusing on where their hands are pressed against my chest.
That's gotta hurt to have your hands on top of someone's bleeding wound for the person who's bleeding to death.
Well, he probably doesn't feel it.
I mean, he doesn't feel a lot of things, so who knows?
I don't know. It said sensations were coming back.
Yeah, he might feel it now, yeah. The next thing I know, the palm over my chest grows extremely hot. Well, you can feel that. It's so hot, my corpse jolts, and my cold, stagnant blood starts to flow again.
I'm sorry, but if you can still hear things, you're probably not a corpse yet.
He was been a corpse since that day. I sense the person take a deep breath and sit down.
I'm beat.
Clink, I hear something fall.
Oh, I guess I couldn't help it. Forgive me, Father. Your daughter is just an extremely heartless person.
That was it.
You're heartless for helping someone rebuild their heart?
You're heartless for not doing what she needs to do with her dad's stuff.
Oh, okay.
So she's being heartless to her dad, not the random person.
That
was it. The person mocks themselves and leaves. ... My heart resumes beating. And then I finally pass out. But it's not the everlasting sleep I expected. I fall into a slumber, bound to wake again. Nice flashing.
Yo.
Yep.
Ah!
My freaking eyes, man. Where's my
Shiro wasn't the only one that had a
seizure
rough
moment?
awaken.
Did you like my seizure noises? That's
Yeah.
what they were.
Yeah, I heard it. It was like Pikachu was here. I wake suddenly. I feel sick and my entire body aches. Every time my heart beats, a sharp pain stabs my head. What happened? My intense headache prevents me from remembering anything. My body's cold and stiff, likely because I've been sleeping in the hallway for a long time. There's only one thing I can figure out, is that my chest area of my uniform is torn, and blood stains the hall floor. My head feels hazy as I get up. The spot where I had been lying looks like a murder scene. Damn. Seriously?
And then he took the time to clean up his murder scene.
Was my chest stabbed? I fight down a surge of nausea as I head to the nearby classroom. Staggering, I open a closet and pull out a rag and bucket.
He really is! Blood on the floor!
Gotta clean up the crime scene.
What's funny is I knew he was gonna do that, so...
It'd be rude for him to just leave the blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's his blood on the floor, Jay. You gotta clean it up.
What the hell am I doing? I'm still confused. I encountered something unbelievable, and then it murdered me. But here I am, still trying to clean up after myself. How stupid can I be? Ugh.
Pretty
Damn.
fucking stupid, man.
It's not coming out. I wipe at the floor with a rag I found. I managed to wipe off the blood despite the incredible weakness in my whole body, then gather up everything scattered around the floor and shove it into my pockets. Oh, that's where he says it. This may be my way of hiding any evidence. I must be doing stupid stuff.
Any evidence of your death?
His
Yeah,
blood.
that I died, you know?
I must be doing
He doesn't want to leak blood on the floor.
such stupid stuff because my head's all hazy. He just said that. That makes sense. I put the rag and bucket away and stagger out of the school like a zombie. My body heats up with every step I take. It's so cold outside and my body seems to be on fire.
We walking.
We're walking, dude. You
He's
just
walking
said it was a
uphill
really,
while
No,
like
he's
feeling
a
a lot of
zombie.
pain.
there's a really
zombie.
big nosebleed, a huge,
Yeah.
massive nosebleed that just stained the floor. By the time I reached my house, the data's
That you
changed.
cleaned up, by the way.
He saw two hot men hitting each other and was like, oh, and then started drowsing blood all over the hallways.
Man, what a wild
And
guy.
passed out.
There's nobody in the house. Sakura and even Fujine left long ago. Sakura said she couldn't come to that. Come on.
Look,
he's a little
he
out of it.
doesn't understand much about Sakura, so
He's also lost a lot of
Yeah.
blood, and then I guess also he gained a lot of blood. So
I don't know if he gained blood. I think he just lost it, and then she like closed up the wound and repaired his heart.
I would have to assume he somehow got more blood.
whatever happened to him bleeding earlier today? Did that ever resolve itself?
It'll resolve
No.
itself eventually.
He's still bleeding from his arm, but
Okay.
I'm assuming no, because they never said that it resolved itself, but it probably did somehow, because I don't think he would have gotten away. Fujine's his homeroom teacher. Can you imagine? She like looks at him and goes, "What the fuck is with your arm? What the?"
Well, he has a uniform on. She might just not see it.
Yeah, no. Fujine, who's so in tune with him that whenever he has nightmares, she knows something
She
is
didn't notice
up.
it this morning,
Oh man.
but nobody noticed it until he left the house. To be fair.
Yeah.
it's only because he never knew.
I collapse on the floor. Lying on the floor is what lets me finally calm down a bit. ... I inhale deeply. My heart feels like it cracks every time my chest expands to draw in air. Actually, it's the opposite. It's not that my heart is cracking. It's that the hole in my heart was just patched up, so expanding my chest opens the wound.
Oh, he reopened the wound in his chest. Cool.
So I really was almost killed. That's also not true. I wasn't almost killed. I was killed. But someone saved me, and now I'm alive. I wonder who it was. I really would like to thank them. If they were in the area, it means that they could be involved with the people fighting. But it still doesn't change the fact that they saved me, so I need to thank them properly one day.
Didn't they?
You are an interesting fella. you are handling.
Did he, when he was cleaning up
this-
everything, pick up her necklace?
He picked up everything that was on the floor near him, Jay.
Okay,
Oh,
just confirming.
But didn't Archer give back the necklace?
He picked up
to-
everything on the floor that was near him, Pending.
Near him.
Yeah,
so
that's all the context we're getting is what Matt was saying.
yeah.
Yeah, he got a bucket, a rag, cleaned up all the blood, and put everything in his pocket.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume Archer maybe between those times managed to pick up the necklace, maybe.
Maybe.
The moment I drop my guard, the pain returns. At the same time, nausea strikes me.
Well, I mean, the adrenaline stopped, and generally when the adrenaline stops, you start feeling pain.
Ugh.
Uh,
I sit up and hold my nausea at bay. Ugh. I place my hand on my bare chest where the uniform is torn. I might have been saved, but my chest was, as a matter of fact, pierced. That
No
feeling,
shit, Sherlock.
the agony of the spear piercing my chest isn't something I can easily forget. Damn, I'm gonna have nightmares about this for a while.
Oh man.
At least I'll have different nightmares, you know? change them up. When I close my eyes, I feel the spear thrust again. I try to shake that delusion off, and I make every effort to retain my composure. Good, I'm calming down. This must be thanks to my nightly training. My thoughts clear as I take slow, deep breaths. The fever and nausea abate a bit. So, about what happened. The man in blue and the man in red. They looked human, but I know they're not. They could have been ghosts or some kind. But I never heard of ghosts having forms that allow them to interact with humans like that. And the thing was talking, which makes it a little harder to believe it was a ghost, if it had a world of its own. From what I've heard, only spirits that possess physical bodies are the elemental types, but I thought elementals didn't look human. Well, that's not the issue here. There's a more fundamental issue.
I nearly died today, or did die. It's like
No, the more fundamental issues, they were trying to kill each other.
Yeah, those two were trying to kill each other.
Maybe I want to take a moment to cope with my literal death experience.
Nope.
And there was a
robbery. A literal death experience before, nothing new.
I guess he's got experience.
I'll probably just get nightmares again. Nothing unusual here.
And there was a robbery and a murder in a house nearby. Eerie stuff like that has been plaguing Fuyuki lately.
It's like someone says you're gonna have nightmares about this. It's like those nightmares will have to get in line. ...
With all of this in mind, the only conclusion I can come to is that the situation is out of my control. If only the old man was alive right now. I guess that was kind of whiny, but I'll put it down to the patched up chest wound.
You guess that was kind of whiny?
That still feels so wrong.
Your heart was obliterated like an hour ago. You're allowed.
Idiot, I've already decided what to do whatever I can, even if I don't understand what's going on. I can complain later.
You are allowed to have feelings, sir.
First of all, I need to decide whether I get involved or not. Exclamation mark, question mark. The bell of the roof of the house rings. No matter what anyone says, this house is still a mage's house. A bounded field is set around it, and if there's ever an intruder in the area, an alarm rings. A burglar at this hour? I berate myself for my own idiocy. Of course it's not a burglar. Given the timing, right after that weird incident, there's definitely an intruder. It's no burglar, it's an assassin. They're here to take a life, not property. Because that man said so himself. You saw what you saw, so you gotta die, I say for Jess. Keep going. ... The house is dead silent. That's the same murderous intent I felt.
That's like Shiro's imagination, how I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same murderous intent I felt at school creeps closer through the hushed darkness. ... Exclamation point! I gulp. A chill prickles like needles along my spine. It's no illusion, and it's not my imagination. I know at the moment I leave this room, I'll be stabbed again. I desperately try to contain my scream. The instant I scream, the assassin will leap in and kill me.
I see you.
And that would be a repeat of what happened before. I'm not prepared. I'm going to be impaled again. My breathing grows labored, and as soon as that thought crosses my mind, I'm mad. I'm mad at myself for being afraid, and I'm mad that I put myself in a situation where I'll easily lose my life after it was saved earlier, this same damn day. Ugh. I grit my teeth and hold my hand tight over my wounded chest to restrain myself. I need to get used to this. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to die today. That alone motivates me. Yeah, today.
You gotta add the today, it's important.
That part is important. That alone motivates me to not die so pathetically as last time. Am I not a mage after all?
That would be the third time.
And if I can't even defend myself from this, what were my 8 years of training for? Fine. Bring it on. I'm not going to agonize over complicated things anymore.
Why did I put all those hot rods in my back? I ask you this.
For 8 years.
I should have been putting them in my heart.
Right now, I just need to drive. Need to drive away whoever's here.
It would almost suggest that that putting a non-metaphorical hot rod in my back was useless and pointless and maybe even a little dumb.
Of course not. I need to find a weapon.
No, I can't. More than death, I can't deal with that scenario.
I may call myself a mage.
I wasn't sure if that was metaphorical or not because of the textbook.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can do is reinforce something that might work as a weapon. You need a weapon to
the
fight
metal
after
rod
all.
in your back.
There's plenty of things that might work as a weapon in the storehouse, but I'm not anywhere near there. That's where I keep all my hot rods. If I leave the living room and get ambushed, I'm just going to expose myself, and it'll be a repeat of what happened earlier. It won't be easy, but I've got to find a weapon here.
You are near the kitchen. There's got to be a knife.
Saber
Right?
is summoned, and Saber's like, I need a weapon, and he just grabs the hot rod. It's like, how's this? It's like, it's fine, but why?
Someone summoned ads. Someone summoned ads. Get screwed. It's unfortunate
All
for
right,
you.
ads time, I guess.
Ad time. But I'm not stopping. Something long and thin would be good. My opponent's weapon of choice is a spear, so a knife would be all but useless.
I feel like that's still a weapon.
A wooden sword would be best, but I obviously don't have one just lying around. Something around here.
Oh wait, here it is.
Something around here might be a suitable as a weapon. Whoa, there's only the poster Fujine left.
Oh, the fucking metal poster? What? Are you fucking kidding me? It's actually useful?
I can't help it if you feel utterly
story
dejected.
plot point?
Yeah, Jay, it is. That's true. It all comes back.
The metal poster that shouldn't have been easy to roll up that she rolled into a perfect rod to slap him with?
Yep. But the desperation makes me all the more determined. The situation's so bad, I can't really get any worse. Then all that's left for me to do is move forward until I have no energy left. Trace. On. I speak my incantation, inject magical energy.
That's what he says.
Yes.
Into the rolled up 69 centimeter poster. I try to impute as much magic energy as I possibly can to the poster to solidify it, since it needs to work as a weapon and to go up against that spear. I need a drink.
Okay.
I'm sure he probably needs a drink in the game too.
He's probably parched.
He's been sweating and bleeding everywhere.
Analyze. I focus my consciousness. Magical energy permeates the poster as I'm straining its fibers with my own blood. Magic, by the way, not real blood.
Magic blood.
Not real blood.
Yeah.
Composition reinforce. I feel that I've hit at the end. Right before my magical energy spreads throughout the poster and spills out, I say, trace off. I cut off my connection with the poster and tremble with excitement. The poster is as hard as steel.
I mean, it was already metal earlier, but okay.
But its weight remains the same as before. It's turned out great for a hasty improvised sword. I did it. How long has it been since my strengthening magecraft succeeded? My magecraft hasn't worked ever since Kirisiku died, so for it to succeed at a time like this seems around 5 years? Damn. It hasn't worked for 5 years.
Hey, it's coming back to my theory about how, like, the magical heart thing made him stronger.
Either way, now I can. I may be able to defend myself.
That was what Rin's dad had in mind all along. It's like, this magical heart will make you stronger, and the dad never thought it was like, wait, how is she gonna get the magical heart inside her when she already has a heart? Whatever, she'll figure that part out.
I mean, it was a necklace of magic. I think she just forged it into a heart for him, so
right.
I mean, he needed a new one, you know. He his old one kind of got stabbed.
Yeah, I got stabbed to death.
She didn't think to use the necklace for herself to summon Saber, because she absolutely
she did.
have.
She did. She messed up and summoned Archer instead anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. So she didn't need to use the necklace because she summoned the wrong person.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she was kind of really hating herself on that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, she
Especially with her father's prank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she meant to pull Saber at, what was it, like 3 a.m., but she messed up the time.
At 2 a.m.
But
she messed up the time, so it was like earlier than she thought it was.
Because her dad, before he died, set up a prank for 10 years from now. All the clocks will go forward 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's like he knew this was gonna happen, and he's like, "Fuck you! I want to meet you in the afterlife too, bitch."
If I couldn't get the Grail, you can't either.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying that, like, the first thing she says about her dad is like, I've never seen my dad tell a joke before. And then he pulls a prank on her after death. I just have to say.
His commitment to the bit, too. Like, 10
10
years. Later. Yeah.
Yeah. The
10
exact
years
thing.
I've waited.
After dying 10 years ago. Like, he's lying down dying, he's like, haha, my daughter's gonna get so pranked.
Get pranked, bitch.
Oh, I pranked you in the afterlife, and you can get back at me.
I at least have some discipline and swordsmanship. I grip the poster with both hands and stand in the middle of the living room. If I stay here, I'm dead, but I don't think I can make it outside the mansion either. So I just need to head to the shed and make a stronger weapon there. Phew. Just as I start trying to hype myself up.
Didn't he just say that going to the shed was a bad idea?
Well,
for now.
He's saying he needs to get to the shed to get a better weapon, but he doesn't think he can actually leave the premise.
Yeah, all his hot rods are there.
Yeah, that's where he keeps all his hot rods. In the shed.
Right. ...
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Every hair on my body stands on end. I'm not sure when he got in, but the guy drops from the ceiling straight towards me. A silvery flash strikes my head from above. I can only assume he came through the ceiling, and he descends on me, meaning to skewer my head. Why, you! I roll forward in a frantic dodge. The man lands with a inhuman grace as I clumsily roll out of the way. I stop myself and get to my feet, makeshift sword at the ready. ... The guy turns lazily, looking bored.
You're making this whole thing kind of a pain. I was trying to be nice, thinking it'd hurt a lot more if you saw me kill you.
It was invincibility frames, the dodge roll. He shifts the spear to his other hand in a slow, fluid movement. ...
Does he even know how to play video games?
I don't know why, but he doesn't seem as aggressive as he did at school, which might give me a chance of escaping him.
I can't believe I have to kill the same human twice. Guess the living world is a meat grinder, no matter the era.
He's complaining to himself, like I'm not even here. ... I slowly retreat back out of the room. Only 3 more meters until I reach the window. I'll run out, and then only about 20 meters to the shed once I reach the yard. Then I should quickly...
See ya. Don't wander around anymore, kid.
He says it almost absentmindedly, like it was just an afterthought. Gah! Pain shoots from my right arm. Oh, that question mark. I'm sure that's him. It all happened in an instant. He thrust his spear forward, not even giving me time to react. I should have died for a second time right there. The makeshift sword in my hand spared me of that fate. He probably thought I'd just been holding a rolled up paper. He struck as if I hadn't been holding anything at all, but the reinforced paper sword deflected the attack, so it only grazed my arm.
Oh no, it's the paper poster she left him. She kept her other poster. I see. Yeah.
Interesting trick you've got there, boy.
His expression goes blank.
Boy.
His casual attitude from earlier vanishes entirely. He watches me now like a feral animal eyeing its prey. Ugh. Crap, I was clearly wrong thinking things would be okay. This thing before me, some kind of demon, unbound by logic. I keenly realized that letting my guard down even for a second was beyond ludicrous. That's right. Desperate as things are, I should have just made a break out for the window right after whatever miracle let me dodge his strike from above.
I thought you were just some kid, but I can sense a bit of magical energy from you. So that's how you're alive, even after I stabbed you in the heart.
The end of his spear points towards me. ... I can't block that. There's no way I'll be able to block that swift attack. I could have at least braced myself if he had a sword, no matter how fast he might be with it. But he's holding a spear. A sword is a whole line, but a spear is only a point. How am I supposed to block a point when I can't even see how fast it moves?
Fine. I'm going to have a little fun.
The man drops into a lower stance and the music suddenly changes into a weird music from before.
This is my theme song.
Oh wow, did you just keep that on you?
It's when I'm serious.
In a flash,
yeah!
The spear swings in sideways. I instinctively parried the blow aimed at my face. Gah!
Good boy. Come on. Here comes another.
It's a cyclone. I'm not sure how he's moving his spear in this small room, but it traces a beautiful arc without even touching the walls.
Mesmerized.
Ah! The next swing comes from the opposite side, aiming at my torso. Gah! The force of the swing bends my makeshift sword as I try to parry. Monstrous! Is that a hammer he's swinging? Damn, the numbness in my arm is telling me that they might be broken. Why you? I instinctively swing my sword. He must be mocking me with the way he keeps flicking his spear at my sword without drawing it back at all. Numbness creeps into my arm after going on the attack. My makeshift sword bends even more, and the man's spear changes trajectory slightly.
You're hopeless. I gave you an opportunity, but you wasted it. Then again, I guess expecting a good fight from a mage is asking too much.
He moves like it was just a game. Such confidence. He'd been letting me take a swing at him after he took a couple of shots at me. I wasted my one opportunity on nothing more than a stopgap. So he sees no point in continuing this.
What a disappointment you turn out to be. Okay, time to die, kid.
The man readies his spear again. Don't jump to conclusions. During that microscopic opening. Say what you want, dumbass. I don't turn back to look. I just leap backwards through the window.
Running away?
My back shatters the window and I roll out of the yard. I roll a few times, springing upward and... I blindly make my next move. I twist my entire body and swing behind me.
You know, I'm surprised you keep dodging my attacks.
I manage to bat the man's spear aside, and he hesitates for just an instant. I knew it. If I jumped out the window, he was going to have to chase after me, and he would catch up to me and go for the kill before I had a chance to get up. So I expected his fatal blow and swung my sword to the side with all my might. It was a risky move. He'd have killed me if I had been even a second late, and I'd been just as dead if I was early too. But knowing the incredible gap in our skills, I figured there was no way I could have been early. The only thing I had to do was get up as quickly as I could and parry the attack I knew would be coming at my back. The gamble pays off and I swing to deflect the spear. I quickly reposition myself. Now I just need to run to the shed while he's still confused.
Fly.
Huh? He's not holding the spear anymore, and he's right in front of me. He turns to the spot in a roundhouse kick.
Well, there's the sky.
Scenery goes flying by.
It's the other image of the sky, but it's backwards and upside down.
Look how far you went.
My chest goes numb where he kicked me. I can't breathe. I was thinking about how it was an upside down sky.
Yep.
The biggest surprise, I'm actually flying through the air. I never thought a guy kicking me would send me into the air like a damn ball.
It would.
Yeah! I fall hard onto my back. I slam into a wall. The impact likely breaking my back, and I slide down to the ground. Ah! I can't breathe. My vision blurs. By a stroke of luck, he's thrown me into a shed I wanted to reach. I lean against the wall trying to rouse myself. I try to track the man through blurry eyes. He kicked me nearly 20 meters away. The guy picks up his spear and rushes straight at me. Gah! I'm going to die. There's nothing I can do now. He's going to reach me. If I don't want to die, I need to get up and parry his hit. ... The tip of the spear surges. I can't even look back at him. My body's on the verge of collapse. I practically greet the spear.
Get on your feet, if you're a man!
What dumb luck. My knees give out. I can't hold myself up. The spear goes over my head and violently impels the shed's heavy door, pushing it open. And this is my last chance. If only I could get inside the shed. There should be something I can use as a weapon. I crawl into the shed on all fours. Just then...
This ends now!
He launches the spear at me. Damn you! I block it. I opened the rolled up poster to create a single-use shield. The impact makes a dull sound. The poster, unrolled, probably isn't that as strong. It blocks the spear, but it tears apart, returning to a normal bit of paper. The spear's impact flings me against the wall.
I mean, he did just need just a few extra steps to get to where his stuff is, so... How convenient that this man keeps kicking everywhere he needs to go.
Yeah, he doesn't know, probably. I fall on my butt and try to get my heart beating again after what feels like it's trying to quit on me. Again, for the second time today. Come on, heart. I guess it's the next day now, so I guess it's the next day. The first time today. The moment I raised my head to try to grab something to use as a weapon.
It's over. But that last move of yours surprised me, kid.
He does. He's pretty hurt. Which doesn't matter, as you will eventually see. The man points his spear in front of my face. ... I can't do anything else now. His spear is pointed directly at my heart. I know this feeling. It's the scent of death assailing my nostrils, reminding me of the pain I felt a few hours ago.
Honestly, I don't get it. You're quick-witted, but your magecraft's complete shit. You've got potential, but maybe you were just too young.
I don't hear the man's voice. My attention is focused on the weapon pointed at me. Obviously, the moment he thrusts, I'm dead. What else is there to think of at this point?
I doubt it. But maybe you were the 7th one.
Either way, this is you still.
Either way, this is the end for you.
Look at this happen. His arm jerks. I wasn't able to see his movements earlier, but now I see every last one in slow motion. There's a bolt of silvery light. The tip seems to be being drawn towards my heart. Blood will gush from the wound in just a second. I know this feeling. That sensation of an iron piercing my body. The taste of blood that will well up in my throat. That feeling of the world around me fading. I experienced it all earlier today, and now it's going to happen. I'm going to have to experience it again? Really? I don't understand. Why do I have to be the one who goes through this? This is bullshit. No, I can't die in vain in a place like this. I was saved. If I was saved, I can't die like this.
Blaming the victim now?
I mean, he is the victim now.
He's been the victim twice.
I need to live to fulfill my obligation. I won't be able to do that if I'm dead. The spear is still going to impel me through. The tip will tear through my flesh, break my ribs, and bore into my heart. ... I'm mad. It shouldn't be so damn easy to kill people like this. I'm going to die, and it's bullshit. I'm going to die twice in a single goddamn day. Everything is fucking bullshit.
I can't believe this is what summons potentially Saber into the conversation of him being like, everything is fucking bullshit. Can you imagine just the ghost coming in and being like, yeah, you're right, everything is bullshit.
I'm going to die, and I didn't even have the opportunity to be afraid of this whole goddamn mess. No way in hell I'm not going to let myself die senselessly to the likes of you. Is absolutely the right word for this moment. What? Like magic. A figure appears out of a bright light shining from behind me.
It's Kyrie!
I can't think. All I know is that the figure is a girl. I hear a high-pitched sound, and the moment the figure appears, it pushes aside the spear pressed at my heart and sets between me and the man without missing a beat.
Are you effing kidding me? The 7th servant?
He tries to regain his composure after his spear is pushed aside.
Why didn't he swear that time?
Well, no, that was...
He swore every other time.
I was swearing. Not... I mean, was Lancer swearing?
No, Lancer hasn't sworn yet.
Oh, he hasn't? Oh,
no.
He's a Shinji.
He tries to regain his composure after his spear has been pushed aside by the girl brandishes something in her hands.
I'm sure he probably would be the type to swear, but he has not sworn yet.
Sparks fly. Metal clashes and sparks fly again. The man stomps his foot after blocking the woman's attack.
Sure. Oh. Ugh.
He must have realized that he's at a disadvantage because he leaps out of the storehouse with a bestial agility. She must
See you later.
She must intimidate him. But she quietly turns towards me.
Yo, I've seen this
we're
scene
back at the
before.
beginning.
Yep. From the beginning of the prologue again.
Yay, we caught up to where we started.
It goes around the circle.
The wind is strong today. The clouds slide away and the moon shines through for a brief instant. The silver moonlight shines into the shed, illuminating the girl who appears like a knight. ... I'm speechless. And it's not because I'm confused by all the things that just happened.
Maybe a little, though. Maybe you should be just a touch.
I think he is confused and he just doesn't want to admit it.
The girl before me is so astonishingly beautiful that I'm at a loss for words. ...
Yeah, it's because she's pretty. It's not because you don't understand what's going on. Let's go.
The girl's eyes, like precious jewels, stare at me without emotion.
I ask of you, are you my master?
Her voice sounds so valiant. Master? I can only repeat her words back at her. I don't understand what she's saying, nor do I know who she is. All I know is that this slender, delicate-looking girl is similar to the man outside. ... She says nothing, continuing to look at me in silence. I don't know how to describe her. She's special. So special that I forget entirely about the man outside, even though he might attack at any moment. Time seems to have stopped. Even the fear of death I had felt moments ago vanishes, and there's only the girl standing before me.
Servant, Saber, I have come in response to your summons. Master, please give me your orders.
Man, compared to what Rin had to do to summon Archer.
What? You don't think like being really stressed and saying fucking bullshit 5 billion times won't summon the servant? Yeah, that's crazy, Pending.
Maybe
No, you're right. I was wrong. My apologies.
It was a high-stress situation, too.
Yeah, and it was
probably
kinda
2
like
a.m. in the morning.
It was probably the right time and place for it. Maybe that's the hour that he's supposed to be summoning things, and he just doesn't know it because he's not as good as Rin is when it comes to knowing when is the perfect time to summon things.
He did a single gotcha pull.
Yeah, he did. And he got the best one immediately, yeah. 5-star.
Yeah, 5-star right off the bat.
Yeah, Rin only got a 4-star.
Yeah, and she didn't even crash land either. Unlike Archer. Archer really made a mess.
And Lance was only a 3-star. The rarities in FGO don't make any sense, so don't think about them. It's the second time she speaks, and the moment I hear the word master and the name Saber, the name Saber echoes in my ears. Ugh! He's a 6-star. Sorry, there aren't any. Pain shoots in my left hand. It's hot.
Oh, remember the blood bleeding on his left hand? There we go.
Like being branded by an iron. I unconsciously press the back of my left hand. Taking it as a sign, the girl suddenly nods her beautiful head.
Henceforth, my sword creates your destiny, and our fate shall be intertwined. And thus, our contract is formed.
What?
I'm gonna do. Saber's like, I'm gonna do the talking. I kind of sense that that's the best way to approach this situation.
For what? I'm still a mage in training, so I understand that what those words mean. But the girl doesn't respond to my question. She simply looks away with the same grace that she had shown when she nodded.
Is it grace or just being like, oh man, my master's so fucking stupid? What do you mean, what?
She turns toward the shed's ruined door. Outside, the man readies his spear. ... She moves faster than expected. The girl in knight armor leaps out the shed without a hesitation. What? I forget about the pain I feel and get up to follow her. She can't possibly go up against that guy, no matter how heavily armored she is. She's smaller than I am.
I'm gonna save you! Saber!
The echoing clang drowns out my words. What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. My head really does go blank this time. I mean, it's pretty blank. All I see is light. Who the hell is she? The clash of swords echoes around me.
Man, the other scene at least got a picture of like the two people standing and holding a sword, even
Listen,
if they like
Jay, they used that
zoomed it around.
Come on, Jay. That's the fight they used to show off all their animation. Okay, they at least have to have a picture for that. they knew someday in the future they would need a picture of that for. Actually, it's even in the original opening. I think it's in the original like PC game opening. So. The moon slips behind the clouds, and the yard grows dark once again. And within the darkness, sparks fly as steel strikes steel. Without saying a word, the spear-wielding man meets the girl who leaps from the shed. She parries his spear and knocks away his other successive attacks, driving him back with each attack. ... I can't believe it. This girl, Saber, is somehow overpowering the man. The battle has begun. What happened between that man and I earlier doesn't even count as a battle. A battle? That's a fight between two people able to kill each other. No matter the difference in ability, it can still be called a battle as long as both are able to kill the other. In that sense, these two are fighting a battle.
That's why Shiro said before that when he fought Sakura's brother, it wasn't a fight.
Yeah, because he could have killed him, and Sakura's brother couldn't do anything, you know?
Yeah.
The man attacks her, swinging his spear so quickly, I can't even see his strikes. Somehow, she parries his every attack perfectly with something as she closes in on him.
Damn.
The man backs up slightly, clicking his tongue hatefully. He holds his spear vertically to ward off her attacks on the side. Oh, look, Jay, there it is.
Oh, there is a picture. Thank God.
Yeah.
For a moment, his spear glows. His attacks almost look like it's caused an explosion. The man's spear sparks as if electrified every time whatever weapon the girl is wielding strikes it. The man and I both could tell what it is. The furious magical energy, so dense it can actually be seen. Her attacks are charged with an incredible amount of magical energy. The unbelievable amount of magical energy crackles along her opponent's weapon every time she makes contact. The sheer force of her attacks must be staggering. If the man's spear strikes are precise, like a sniper rifle, her blows must be overpowering, like the overpowering blast of a shotgun. Each of the girl's attacks bathe the yard in a flicker of light. And yet, that's not what's overpowering the man.
Coward! Why are you concealing your weapon?
The man curses at the girl as he evades her unrelenting attacks. ...
Invisible.
She doesn't respond other than to step up her attacks with her invisible weapon.
You...
The man retreats, having hardly so much of a chance to counterattack. Her weapon is invisible. Without being able to determine the weapon's range, it'd be reckless to go in for an attack. That's the trouble with an invisible weapon. But she's definitely got something in her hand. I can't make out anything of its shape or length. Maybe it's transparent to begin with. No matter how many times the sparks fly from it, and never get a look at the weapon's profile. Parrying her strikes must be taking a lot out of the man. His movements aren't as sharp as they had been. ... It's the first sound the girl makes. She attacks all the more furiously. It's merciless, unyielding dances of blades. The flying sparks remind me of a blacksmith striking iron. And the spear-wielding man continues defending himself as he disapprovingly clicks his tongue. Honestly, I can't help but admire the man, even though he tried to kill me. He's able to defend himself from an invisible weapon, relying only on reading the girl's swings and footwork. But that's all he can do. When an opponent is so completely on the defense, the only thing they need to do is beat them down. The girl steps in closer. She smashes down, striking with all her might.
Wait, is that me?
I think it's you.
Don't get carried away, fool.
Seeing his chance, the man disappears. Or rather, he retreats back as to disappear.
Tactical retreat, smoke bomb.
The girl's swing cuts through the air and smashes the ground, kicking up dust. Her massive swing, which seemed to be a fatal blow against the cornered spearman, proved easy to dodge.
That fool. What the hell is she thinking?
No, I think that's me. That fool, what the hell is she thinking? Even I could tell what happened, even at this distance. Her careful, precise attacks earlier may have worn the man down, but the tremendous swing meant to deal the finishing blow wouldn't ever touch him. The relentless attacks must have put an incredible strain on the man's body as he tried to defend himself. Yet he suppressed the pain for a single moment to jump away. He knew that her last attack would determine the victor.
Ha!
The man jumps back several meters and then comes to strike once again at the moment his feet touch the ground. He jumps in a triangular pattern and leaps toward the girl as if revisiting his steps. The girl's sword is still embedded into the ground. Triple exclamation point. It's a fatal opening. The red spear returns in less than a second. The girl twists her body around like a top, while her sword is still embedded to the ground.
Yeah!
The whole thing happened in a matter of seconds. The man sees his mistake and tries to correct, as the girl uses the brief moment to use her whole body to attack.
Yeah! ...
Both the man and the girl seem unsatisfied though. Both struck intending to kill. Both survived, so everything is linked to this moment was in vain. The two open a bit of distance between themselves. They both just quietly stare at each other. The strain of the battle inflicted on them seems to be too much.
What's wrong, Lancer? Would you tarnish the name of all warriors of the spear by just standing there? If you aren't going to attack, then I will.
Ha! Running into your death already. Fine by me. But let me ask you one thing first. Is your noble phantasm a sword?
He phrases the question so bluntly.
He says because he just fought another noble phantasm.
I meant a different...
archer or a sword.
An archer with a sword.
He glares as if he's trying to look through her.
Who can say?
Fucking our servants.
It might be a battle axe, a spear, a sword, perhaps even a bow.
I hate these people.
Absolutely a bow.
I hate these people.
What uses a bow? Like,
what we're learning is Saber doesn't even know what a bow is.
Lancer's just like, why can't anyone else use what their name implies? Why am I the only one?
Keep talking, Saber.
Somehow, this conversation seems to be amusing to him. The man called Lancer briefly lowers his spear. It looks as if he's saying he doesn't want to fight anymore. I guess it was her.
Oh, yeah, it was her.
Yeah. The girl seems puzzled by Lancer's move. But I know what his stance means. I remember the fight at the school a few hours ago. It's the killer move that he was supposed to have ended the battle.
I'm going to ask you one more thing, since this is the first time we've met. Wanna call it even for now?
Is that what we're going with? ...
Not a bad deal, right? Your master over there looks pretty useless. And my master's a big coward who won't even show their face.
Wow.
Don't you think it's in both our best interests to hold off fighting until we're in better conditions?
I refuse. You will die here, Lancer.
It only would be a better condition for you, bro.
Is that so? Man, I just came to check things out. I wasn't going to stick around once a servant appeared.
The air wavers. Their surroundings appear to distort. Lancer lowers his stance. A chill creeps into the air. The same thing happened earlier. Magical energy rumbles as it forms in a vortex at the tip of the spear. That's you, Saber.
Oh, okay. A noble phantasm?
The girl readies her weapons and glares at her enemy. I don't need to speak up.
Emiya doesn't know what a noble phantasm is, or a phantom.
A phantom. She knows very well how dangerous the enemy is. She is the one confronting him.
I want a Tim Tam.
You want a Phantom?
Tim Tams would be good.
Tim Tams are so good.
See ya. Your heart is mine.
The beast. The beast kicks the ground.
Now we're just thinking about Tim Tams.
Why didn't I buy them earlier while I was at the store?
Lancer appears in front of the girl so quickly he may as well have teleported. He takes a spear and aims at her feet.
I bought a jump rope. I can't eat a jump rope.
You definitely can't. Even to me, it seems like a poor choice. I can't see any way an attack would be effective with a spear pointed at the ground in front of her feet. Apparently thinking the same thing, the girl leaps over the spear towards Lancer, intent on striking him down. But at that moment...
If you strike him down, he'll become twice as strong.
His words alone radiate immense magical energy.
Is that attack called that?
Bold!
The spear is called that.
Well, I know the spear is called that. I'm just trying to remember if that's the correct pronunciation or not. Not that it matters in the anime. I'm sure they said it wrong.
I'm gonna call it that. I'm calling it gay bulge.
He's gonna call it the gay bulge.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just curious what the actual name pronunciation is. Not saying you have to do it, okay? Let's be clear here.
I'm choosing to pronounce it.
All I know is that it means belly spear, so you could call whatever you want. It's a much better name than the original name, so...
The spear, really gay bulge is a better name than belly spear?
Yes!
Oh, okay. The spear released from below angled towards the girl's heart. I don't know if Saber knows how to say that. It's a hard thing to say.
Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Her body hangs in the air. The blow sends her flying in a wide arc. She smashes heavily into the ground. She's bleeding. She had been unscathed until now, but her heart is pierced, and she's bleeding profusely. Kill you, Saber.
Curse. Or a reversal of fate.
I'm just as bewildered. But watching from afar, it might have given me a better perspective of how bizarre that attack was. The spear had been aimed at her feet, I'm sure of that. But then it just changed direction, moving and stretching impossibly to pierce the girl's heart. And yet, the spear itself neither stretched nor changed direction. It seemed so bizarrely as if the spear had been thrust into her chest from the beginning, almost unnaturally. It wasn't as simple as the spear changing its trajectory and piercing the heart. The spear didn't change course, it altered truth to make that happen. The moment he spoke the words that released his spear, the intent of piercing her heart had been realized. Essentially, his attack reversed cause and effect. The result of the attack piercing the victim's heart is predetermined, so the spear trajectory is merely an afterthought to establish the fact. It's a demonic splinter that breaks through all defenses. The moment it determines the target, the spear pierces the heart every time it's used, without exception. How can anyone defend against such a completely insane attack? No matter what effort the target makes to evade, the spear will also always pierce the heart.
But little do they know that Saber is in fact OP.
Which makes it fatal. An accursed spear that always pierces the opponent when used. However, the girl evades it by a hair's breadth. The spear did penetrate her, but it didn't hit anything vital. Her action in evading the spear seemed even more impossible than the spear itself. The moment the spear was thrust, the girl turned the reverse direction with an incredible effort, with the will of strength, as if she knew what was going to happen. So, in case you want to know what actually happened, it's the way they explain it, because this is going to sound crazy, except to anyone who knows D&D.
She reversed the reverse?
Basically...
Wait, what about... explain D&D term, what?
Basically, she rolled a nat 20 to evade the spear. That can't normally be evaded. Can only be evaded with a nat 20.
Okay, I see.
Okay. So she did an uncanny dodge of a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, bet.
I wonder if I can say my line. The line I'm thinking about.
The moment the spear was thrust, the girl turned in a reverse direction with an incredible effort of will and strength, as if she knew it was going to happen. She was either incredibly lucky or had just enough protection to dampen the spear's curse. And the reason I can say that is because they have like an in-game stat thing we're gonna get after we later on that like tells you how the skills work, and they use terms like that for some reason. They're like, if you have a really high enough luck and enough whatever, you can roll to evade it, even though you normally can't, or something like that.
Which she has flat stats all about, so she can roll pretty high on her luck saves.
Whatever it is.
Is there going to be literal rolls in this game?
Well, not actually, but yes. But I mean, you're gonna.
The characters are making rolls, but we, as the audience, viewing this story through a semi-past but also present tense, are not determining that roll.
Like whenever we get the stat book and can read characters' like abilities and stats and whatever, they'll be explained as if they're making rolls.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Whatever it is, the girl managed to avoid the fatal blow, and so she survives Lancer's ultimate attack. The girl tries to get her labored breathing under control. Although she had been losing a lot of it, blood stops seeping from her wound, and even the wound itself is closing up. So that's what a truly extraordinary person can do. I knew she wasn't normal, but she's more than outstanding. In terms of her skills in a fight against Lancer, in terms of the incredible amount of magical energy used for every attack, her body was recovering on its own. She's obviously superior to Lancer.
You know, she's like a paladin, so...
That's only up until now. She may be healing even now, but her wounds are deep. If Lancer attacks now, she won't be able to defend herself. And yet, even though he's got the overwhelming advantage, Lancer doesn't move. He audibly grinds his teeth, and he glares at the girl.
How the hell did you evade my fatal gay bowls, Saber?
His voice seems to rumble from the ground itself.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that as it was. I'm so sorry.
No.
No, he said it
he's
like
not that. He's not pronouncing it correctly on purpose. Like when I said a phantom, it's just the way he's going to pronounce it for the rest of his time. Yeah. So don't worry about it.
It's like original.
How do you say it?
Okay, so I did look it up. It's technically supposed to be pronounced Gaya Bulag.
Gaya Bulag? Oh, that's way too many.
They don't even pronounce it that way in the anime, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think in the anime they call it like a gay bulg.
Yeah,
Gay
probably.
bulg.
All right, we'll just go with gay bulg.
Yeah, I'm calling it gay bulge.
Yeah, he wants to call it that way, so let him. And to be fair, it is a spear, so he's got to be compensating for something, so let him do it.
Well, Kyrie, we'll see how you pronounce it in this line.
Yeah. Did you say gay bulg? So, you're Ireland's child of light.
Oh shit. Get called out, bro!
Lance's expression darkens. His hostility dissipates, and he clicks his tongue in annoyance.
You haven't been giving him an Irish accent this whole time.
I don't know what it sounds like.
To be fair, I'd rather him not butcher an Irish accent than him trying to attempt an Irish accent.
Or maybe he'll train for next week to speak an Irish accent.
You think I'm gonna train for it?
YouTube videos to get it, just for you, Pending.
Thank you.
Connect to the bit.
Yeah.
Damn, I screwed that up. If I pull this move out, it really gotta be fatal. Sometimes being famous is a bit of a pain,
The oppressive mood lightens. Lancer no longer seems to have any intent of attacking the wounded girl. He turns his back as he walks to the corner of the yard.
Now that my identity's been revealed, the usual servant rules say we should fight to the death. But, like I said, my master's a coward. They're even telling me to retreat since my spear failed.
Are you running away, Lancer?
I'm not running away. My master's telling me to run away. Oh.
Yeah. Follow if you like, Saber. Just know that if you do, I'll kill you.
He lightly bounces off the ground. It's a wonder how agile he can still be, but Lancer jumps effortlessly over the fence and disappears before anyone can stop him. Yes.
He didn't say that line, but
Wait, Lancer!
The injured young girl, turns to start running in pursuit.
I prefer young women better because she's probably is an adult. But
Well,
okay, young girl.
Well, you know what? We'll stop here before we get to Rin and all them.
Yay!
Wait, isn't Saber like 16 currently?
No,
I have no idea.
What are you talking about?
I always thought Saber was like 18.
All I know, all I know is the character she's supposed to be based on, which I'm not gonna say because technically it's spoilers, I guess, is an adult when stuff happens in the original legend. I have no idea how Fate changed that around. So
Joan of Arc.
Don't worry.
It's real complicated.
Damn.
Just don't worry. It'll be fine.
They'll explain it, I'm sure, eventually.
Yeah, they will.